Third down coming up as time continues to roll off the clock. Goff with a big smile on his face. I guess why not? The Lions are rolling. They've lost one game, week 2, at home against Tampa Bay. Aside from that, they've been perfect. 7-1 coming out of this game here today now for Detroit.
You know, Wayne, we talked about coming into this game, there was going to be a punch by the Detroit Lions and that the Packers were going to have to respond. I was not surprised that we saw that here today, but I was surprised at the way the Packers came out on their home field, had the penalties that they had, the turnovers that they had, and the miscues with the weather, the drop ball, and the snaps, and so on.
Exactly. Some drop passes, as you mentioned. Well, that's it. The Lions win it 24-14. And Detroit now 7-1 on top of the division in firm control, and Green Bay falls to 6-3. Packers Radio, presented by American Family Insurance. This is the Packers Radio Network.
Rural Mutual Insurance, keeping Wisconsin.
He gets out on the field. What do you do with that as far as scheme-wise? Because how difficult is it at left tackle to just join a team and then, you're playing that first week in? Do you think we'll see some 12 personnel to help him out? I mean, how do they actually get this done tonight?
Well, he's gonna lean on Blake Brandel to help him out, I think, quite a bit. And, in knowing who to block is one thing. The subtle techniques of how they do things here is going to be a little bit different. So for Cam Robinson, I just think if he's stable in pass protection, and Kwity Paye, I know, is questionable coming into this game, so he may not be lining up at defensive end for the Colts. We're not sure yet. He's dealing with a hamstring, so. But the pass protection side of it is going to be most important, I think, tonight. Shouldn't be too hard mentally, and he should be extremely motivated being out here for the first time with his new team. So, hopefully we get enough out of Cam Robinson to propel us to a victory.
All right, with TJ Hawkinson finally back, we got the full complement for KOC. Jefferson, Jones, Hawkinson, Addison. How many ways can you distribute the ball here with your Sam Darnold? But how much does that help out defense right now that just is not on a great roll with the last 2 games in the Minnesota Vikings, especially if you can get all those targets going?
Well, I think Coach O'Connell alluded to it during the week when he talked about a shorter, quicker passing game. I think he probably got the stat that Darnold holds on to the football longer than any other quarterback in the league, and it's not because Darnold doesn't know what to do with it. It's just that we're so downfield with all of our routes that we don't really have a quick passing game, and that is TJ Hawkinson. So I think they want to develop that a little bit more, and Hawkinson's going to be the guy. And if you look at, like I said earlier, the matchup between Hawkinson and this linebacker crew, they're probably going to have a Kenny Moore or a Julian Blackmon try to get down and cover him as much as possible. But it's favorable, right? It's favorable for a guy like Hawkinson to have a good night, and how much of that's built in. The quick passing game tonight, we'll see. But I expect a little bit more of it than we've seen in the last few weeks.
Pete, you're the best only unless you're mean. Thank you, bud.
All right, I'll see you.
Pete Bersic, Vikings Football Sunday. Vikes taking on the Colts. Pete's going to be with us coming up here in the next segment, in fact, with Skull Stories. Pete Bersic with Bryant McKinnie. That'll be coming up. Hey, we're all hoping the Vikings defense triggers another BOGO ball today. If the Vikings intercept the ball during today's game, you can earn buy one, get one free drinks from Caribou Coffee. So hopefully we get a pick here, or maybe 2 on Flacco. That would be awesome. All right, Vikings Football Sunday continues. Like I mentioned, Skull Stories. Pete Bersic with Bryant McKinnie. That's coming up next on the Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
Hey fans, Pilot Games has teamed up with the Minnesota Vikings to create the Vikings Victory electronic pull tab game. Play in more than 1,700 bars across the state and win up to $1,500 in the Skull bonus game. Pilot Games is the largest charitable gaming provider in the state. When you play Vikings Victory, your community wins. Play Vikings Victory today, anywhere Pilot's electronic pull tabs are offered. Visit pilotgames.com for more information.
If you're a window installer, keep it simple. Choose Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the clapboard windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And with fewer callbacks, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows, the windows contractors trust the most. Get started at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Minnesota Vikings all season with your favorite purple and gold gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from U.S. Bank Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Vikings branded gear from the Shields Fan Shop. Visit us at your local Shields or Shields.com and let's cheer on the Vikings. Shields, proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings and football fans everywhere.
Football fans, stop by Mystic Lake to see Vikings alum Ben Lieber interview special guests on select Mondays throughout the season. You must be at least 18 to attend. After the interview, participate in our Thurston 10 promotion to score a Vikings prize pack. Purchase a qualifying drink at participating bars and play a game to win Mystic Cash. You can instantly win up to $100 Mystic Cash just for playing. All participants are automatically entered into the monthly drawing to win prizes. More information at mysticlake.com.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
Viking fans looking to upgrade your wardrobe? This local brand based in St. Paul will become your new go-to. Unreal is the premium athleisure brand that combines comfort, versatility, and style, crafting elevated apparel that will take you from the office to the gym or the airport to the golf course. Wherever you go, they've got you covered. Shop now at Unreal.com and experience the difference yourself. That's UNRL.com. The best athleisure wear in the game.
Minnesota Vikings pregame coverage continues now on FM 100.3 KFAN, Minnesota's home for football.
Welcome back, Vikings Football Sunday. Hey, there's a new way to stream your Vikings coverage, shows, and insight right on your big screen TV. It's Fox Local, a free streaming app. Search Fox Local on your streaming device, install, and stay connected with your Vikings and local news with Fox Local. Vikings Football Sunday continuing. Vikes taking on the Colts. And earlier this week, Pete Bursich had a chance to sit and talk Skull Stories with Bryant McKinnie.
It doesn't surprise me because it's kind of, that's your group. That's the offensive line, right? You guys are more like a family. But did you enjoy those guys? And
I did.
Good to lean on.
And you know, it's funny. One player who I wish I would have been able to play next to more, but I only got one game out of him, was Tony Finotti.
Yeah.
He was such a big guy, and people were kind of like intimidated, scared of him. So it was like, good, I have another big guy, you know what I mean, next to me. And they, you know, did so much to work him out and slim him down. And then he was able to play one game. I think it was Green Bay, and I think he might have got injured or something in that game. I'm like, oh gosh, like I finally got a chance to play next to this guy. And, you know, we both came out the same year, and he went to Nebraska. I played against him in college. So he was a guy who I looked forward to playing next to, like a big, strong guy. I didn't have to worry about him, you know, giving up any ground or anything. And, you know, he got like one game with him.
Right. And one guy that you were able to not all the time be hitched up next to is Jim Kleinsasser.
Oh yeah,
and you know, in this day and age with the league, you don't see guys like blocking tight ends like that. So having Jimmy next to you, that had to make you feel good.
Oh, it did, because I knew he knew his assignment, and then I knew he didn't mind blocking. Where you had other tight ends who was like, make sure you help me, like, you know, that's like, I got to handle my job first. If I can, I'll come out and give you some assistance. Where Jimmy, you didn't have to worry about that, but other tight ends will just keep reminding you, like, make sure you come out and give me some help. Like, you have the opportunity.
Then Favre, you know, you have what goes on, and then you have Favre walk in the building, and what was it like having him as the quarterback, as the guy calling the plays? I mean,
it was It was fun. Well, it all started, I'm going to say, back when we were in lunch and we were watching the news and we watched the helicopter like follow the car he was in coming to the facility. It was like, this is really happening. And then so I went downstairs, to change, get ready for practice. I can't remember who the quarterback was at the time. And we looked at his locker because he wore number 4. We looked at his locker. His number was different. I said,
it's happening.
Yeah.
It's
so
happening.
then you get out there. And I just remember him, like us being out there, and he was like one of the last ones to come. And he comes right in the huddle. And I'm in my mind, like, how does he even know the plays? But he comes right in the huddle. And I kind of was looking like, this is the person that we were trained, like, not to like all this time. And, like, now he's in the huddle with us. And then I remember him, like, looking at him, and he was looking at me like, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. And I'm like, oh, yeah, like, snap out of it. And I just want to say he's like one of those people who I feel like there's players on certain teams that everybody raises their level of play up for. And as you can tell for that season, everyone raised their level of play up. And so he falls in the lines of Ray Lewis, because people can get around him, raise up. If you look at Tom Brady, leave New England, go to Tampa, everybody raises their level of play up. Mm-hmm. So he's in that era of guys who can come into a locker room and everybody raise their game up because they don't want to feel like they want to let him down. And I feel like that was the closest the team has been because everybody was on board and everybody wanted to play well and not let him down because he was such a legend.
You think that's what that was going to be my next question. Is
Absolutely.
Just what is it about those guys?
You've seen them display like greatness for so long that you kind of want to show that you're good too, and you don't want to let them down. So you want to, make sure you're accountable and there to protect and make plays and get a win. And that was my best record as a Viking, is being 12-4. And that's the furthest I had went too at the time. Was to the NFC Championship.
Right. And then another guy back there, maybe a little bit before Favre, but still is the best running back that I've seen wear purple. Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
And so blocking for him.
I mean, when you had Adrian Peterson, you had Percy Harvin, you had Sidney Rice, you had like a lot of great guys.
Right.
And with Adrian, what I learned with him early is it gave me incentive to get out the way because he was just running to your back. So it's like, okay, let me get my guy out this hole and out the way so I don't have to worry about this man slamming in the back of me. So
he was going to run into something.
Yeah, so he didn't mind if you were there or not. Like, he was going to make a hole. So it was like, it just gave you an incentive to really like keep your feet moving and really just drive your guy out the hole.
That's Bryant McKinnie with Pete Bursich. Skull Stories here at Vikings Football Sunday. Hey, join me along with special guest Blake Brandell for Vikings Country this Tuesday, November 5th, 5:30. It starts up at Hoppers in Waconia, presented by Miller Lite. You can win great prizes, including tickets here at US Bank Stadium in the Miller Lite Lounge. Visit Vikings.com/Vikings Country for more info and a full schedule. More coming up on the way before Vikes and Colts. The Boom coming up after 7-ish. It doesn't have that same flavor to it. But yeah, we'll have the Boom coming up. Confusion in the Vikings defensive backfield. How does Beat Flow and the Vikings clean some of those things up? Well, Ben Lieber's going to join me next and give us some ideas. This is Vikings football.
TimberTech and TimberTech.com not only are the best in the business, but the decks they develop and the decks they build are the highest of quality. In fact, you will endure a lifetime of happiness with that deck with TimberTech. So ask for TimberTech when putting together your next project, and that also can include porches. TimberTech.com is where you find the free samples. Once again, start at TimberTech.com.
Well, tonight was huge, so first and foremost, I got to thank my FVP, my car battery for this victory. Without it, I'd still be in my garage. My FVP battery came to play. It always gives 110%, leaves everything on the pavement, and I am so proud of how my FVP hung in today. It overcame high and low temps all season long. It brought the heat tonight. It's not really about whether you win or lose, okay? It's about what battery you put under the hood. FVP kind of sounds like MVP. That's no coincidence. Automotive batteries from FVP. Reach for what works. Visit FVPparts.com.
Go ahead, eat the Land O'Lakes butter and cheese, because when you spread that butter to every corner of your bread and sprinkle that cheese over everything, you're spreading goodness to our farmer owners and their communities. So don't hold back. Eat the cheese. Eat the butter. Savor every moment. Eat it like you own it, because 1,000 of our farmer owners do. As a hometown Minnesota company, Land O'Lakes is a proud sponsor of the Vikings. Pick up your Land O'Lakes cheese at Hy-Vee.
Hey, During football season, we all make rookie mistakes, like that time you accidentally spiked your TV remote to celebrate a touchdown. Maybe you should have had a Snickers, because now you can enter for a chance to turn those rookie mistakes into prizes, including a grand prize trip to Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans and awesome weekly prizes. Visit Snickers.com/rookie mistake for rules and details. And grab a Snickers, the official chocolate sponsor of the NFL.
The Yaller horn has spoken. It's saying, when the Vikings score, Vikings fans win. This season, if the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns in a single game, you get a free Big Mac. That's right. When the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns in a game, get a free Big Mac with a purchase of $2 or more. Only on the McDonald's app. Offer valid once per person the day after the Vikings score 2+ touchdowns through 1/31/2025 at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards.
Hello, families. Are you looking for a safe, loving, learning environment for your child? New Horizon Academy is a family-owned child care program that serves families just like yours. Our curriculum is specially designed to meet the educational needs of children ages 6 weeks through school age. We invite you to call or stop into your neighborhood New Horizon Academy to take a tour anytime. Learn more at newhorizonacademy.net. New Horizon Academy, where love and learning grow.
Live stream Vikings games throughout Minnesota all season long. Powered by Quantum Fiber on iHeartRadio and KFAN.
Got Vikes taking on the Colts here at US Bank Stadium. Let's get you caught up just a little bit with what's going on here around the league. Rams, Seahawks, fourth quarter, 2020. They just knotted that one up, and that means that the Rams and Seahawks will continue in that game. Also, we've got the Cowboys just got beat up by the Falcons, 27-21. It didn't seem like it with that score, but man, Kirk Cousins, 19-24, 222 yards, and 3 touchdowns on the day going up against Mike Zimmer. So that return there, it felt like it was just old friends meeting at home kind of day with the Minnesota Vikings tied into that game in many multiple ways. Well, Dolphins and Bills, Bass with a huge end of the game, 60-yard field goal, 30-27. Bills beat the Dolphins. Bengals all over the Raiders, 41-24. Joe Burrow, 5 touchdowns on the day, 27-39, 251 with those 5 tutties. Chargers and Browns wasn't even close. Chargers 27-10. Herbert, he had 282 yards and a couple of touchdowns in that victory. And Titans end up pulling it out over the Patriots. It was a close game. The 2-6 Titans, the 2-7 Patriots. 2017 Titans get the win, and the Commanders beat the Giants 27-22. Daniels with a couple of touchdowns, one bomb for a huge touchdown in the back of the end zone, and they get that win 27-22. It's a final in the Saints. Panthers get a win. Now they're 2-7, 23-22 over the 2-7 Saints. Carr with 236 yards and a touchdown, and the Ravens, of course, all over the Broncos, 41-10. Jackson, 3 touchdowns, 280 yards. Henry on the ground, 23 carries, 106, and 2 touchdowns in that victory, 41-10. And also we got the Eagles up over the Jags. They get the win, 28-23. And finally, you get to like Bears Cardinals, where the Bears now are 4-4. They lose to the Cards 29-9. It was a rainy one in Green Bay. The Lions end up winning this one 24-14. Even though Love had 273 yards, he did also have an interception, and you also had Reed going for 113 in that loss. And you got the Texans and Jets. That happened on Thursday, of course. You got the Jets getting that win over the Texans. Let's head down to the field right now, and I should mention that Ben Lieber is joining me now. And of course, when Ben Lieber joins us, we have to talk about US Bank, the official bank of the Minnesota Vikings. Ben, how are you, buddy?
Muss, I'm doing great, man. The environment, the energy, the vibe down here is awesome. Awesome.
I love it. Okay, now you and I were texting back and forth today, and we were talking about this even on the power trip, that it's weird because defensive coordinator Brian Flores even said there's valuable lessons that the Vikings can learn from their 2 losses: basic communication and checking into correct alignments, limiting penalties, and those penalties that revive drives. There's a whole lot of things going on with this, but mostly it's the confusion, and that seems weird for a pretty vet team.
Yeah, I think that's the most concerning thing when I look back and watch the games is like, look, you guys aren't just a bunch of first-year rookie players that don't know how to handle emotion or a shift. But for some reason in this defense and for what we're doing scheme-wise, we look confused. We look a half a step to a full step behind. You've got guys kind of pointing at each other, not getting lined up. So you've got a lot of issues pre-snap, and then even when the ball is snapped, we have guys that lose their leverage. If you have outside leverage, they lose that leverage. They give up a ball to the sideline and vice versa. If you have inside leverage, they give up the leverage to the inside. And then we get those kind of stupid penalties. We had a penalty last week where we were holding a guy as he was given a little bit of a double move, but then we have a safety over the top. So it's like, man, if you understand the defense and what you have behind you, there's no reason to try to hold that guy in a double move. So it's little careless mistakes like that hopefully got cleaned up.
Now, I know it's just one game, so you don't want to base it off of that, but Ivan Pace Jr. last game, I should say, it really looked like he was just a step behind. It looked like he was running through cement, the wet cement. And do you think that maybe, just maybe, that green dot has a lot more on him because is he not able to think or has to think too much versus just, shooting and hitting? Or do you think that that's just probably not the deal?
No, I think the one play that he gave up for the touchdown really kind of sticks in people's minds, and that really was just really bad eyes. That was just bad awareness. I mean, that was a flat-out bad play by him. He's got to know on that release the potential for the angle route back to the inside is always there. So he played that poorly. His eyes were in the backfield for whatever reason. I'm sure he's not going to make that same mistake twice. I think in the run game, he's fine. I mean, the way that he reads things, the way that he can dip under some of these blockers and make some plays, he's one of those players that I would never want to tell him to pull the leash back a little bit, because I want him full throttle and I want him downhill as much as possible, because that's his best attribute. So I don't see much of all of that like you're talking about outside of maybe a couple pass plays, and I think you just have to live with that based on his characteristics.
Joe Flacco in. He's older than you.
I don't know if he's older than me.
Well, he's 30 now. He's 30 now. Yeah. But Joe Flacco in for the Colts. It's going to be all about quick passes, quick checkdowns. What he's known for is that he likes to make the easiest pass, and that sounds like, well, shouldn't every quarterback? But he's really good at it.
Well, it's kind of like Tom Brady. I mean, I'm not going to put him in that category, but everybody was like, well, all he does is just throw to the open guy. I'm like, well, yeah, because he knows where the open guy is going to be before the ball snap based on what the defense is doing and based on what their route combinations are. And that's not an easy thing to do, especially when you're going against a B-flow defense or something that gives you, there's so much deception with coverage. But he has seen it all. And I do worry, because this defense does give up a lot of pass yards, that if they get us blocked up, which people have been blocking up for 5- and 6-man rushes lately, you get a little bit of time and you don't have a lot of guys in coverage. He's absolutely has the ability to pick this defense apart. So yes, we have to win. We have to win on the blitzes. We have to win on a 4-man rush. We have to get interior pass rush because, as you said, he does not move very well. So the best thing that we can do is to get pressure at his feet, get him outside the pocket where he can make mistakes. So a lot of things that we should be able to do, but we have to go out there and prove it.
TJ Hawkinson, he came into the U.S. Bank Stadium, and the crowd's in here, and they show him on the Jumbotron, and the whole crowd went absolutely nuts. Is it going to be weird? I mean, does he have to get 15 targets tonight? Otherwise, people are going to go, oh, great, now what's going on? But is it Sam's not getting along with TJ at all? There's going to be targets and touches here with a full complement of our weapons here tonight.
I don't know. I mean, you got the free Addison post that went out there, and Jordan's going to want his targets. We all know JJ's going to want his targets. There's just not many footballs to go around. I don't think that you certainly don't force anything, but as Pete Bursich and I were talking earlier, Pete's like, look, these linebackers, they're not great in coverage, and that could be a huge game for our tight ends, and specifically him. It could be a huge game for our running backs out of the backfield. But yeah, I mean, when they basically say he's full go, no pitch count at all, I expect him to have at least 8 or 9 targets tonight.
All right, Justin Jefferson, speaking of targets, he's second in the NFL with yards, 646 going into this game and into today. But it seems weird because in the first half, he could be bracketed Hell, they could even sneak another one that's near him. It's like they still get Jets the ball, and they still attempt to get him the targets. And then we go through kind of long stretches in the middle of the game or in the second half where it's like, how come we're not even trying to throw to the guy now?
Yeah, I obviously with every game you want to go back and say, like, well, why do we get away from this? So why do we get away? I mean, we look at the Rams game this last Thursday, and there was a stretch of 8 plays where we didn't run the football. And we're like, okay, maybe, obviously I don't know if that was by design, but again, every game you're going to look back at the game plan like we should have done this more. Obviously, JJ is going to get his targets. I think it's really going to happen on play action pass game, and that's not a shocker. That's a lot of our big plays in the pass game off of play action. Their safeties are very aggressive. I would say the middle part of their defense, they're very aggressive. They want to get downhill and they want to get vertical. And if we can establish the run game, I really think that whether they try to bracket him or find some sort of help on the inside, we can bust all of that coverage using play action and being successful in the run game. But even if it's just little slip screens and little bubble screens, we got to find ways to get one of the best offensive playmakers in the league. Got to get the ball in his hands.
All right, Ben, great stuff as always, buddy.
All right, thanks, Mus. Have a good game.
Yeah, you too, bud. Okay, that's Ben Lieber, former Minnesota Vikings linebacker, of course. See him on Fox 9, Twin Cities Live, on with KFAN, multiple shows, that is. It's Ben Lieber on Vikings Football Sunday. Hey, Vikings fans, get ready for kickoff like the broadcast team with a pothole pizza only from Quick Trip, Meat Sweats, Vikings Pep Rally, and of course, Sausage Palooza. Grab a slice wherever you watch or listen to the game, and available now here at US Bank Stadium. Coming up next from Star Tribune and StarTribune.com, Ben Gessling. Nobody spends more time at the facility in the locker room than Ben Gessling, and we're going to get his take on what's going to happen tonight. Vikings taking on the Colts on the Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
At US Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024, US Bank.
Eagan, Minnesota is the proud home of the Minnesota Vikings, and it's also the ultimate destination for fantastic fun. Eagan features over 100 unique restaurants and amazing attractions, such as Twin Cities Premium Outlets and the Vikings Museum. And when you stay in any of Eagan's 18 incredible hotels Thursday through Sunday and pick your package, you'll receive 2 free tickets to the Vikings Museum. Other great offers are also available. For complete details, visit enjoyegan.com. That's enjoyegan.com.
Hey, Vikings fans, are you ready to grow your own Super Bowl team? GPAC has 34 years in the recruiting game, and we're here to help you source top talent across multiple industries nationwide. Don't wait on the sidelines. Visit gogpac.com today. That's GOGPAC.com. GPAC, your friends in South Dakota and proud supporters of the Minnesota Vikings. Skol Vikings and go GPAC.
Are you ready for some football? Well, you are now, thanks to Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Minnesota Vikings and the NFL, Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there live. They're the safest and most convenient marketplace to score fully verified Vikings tickets. And even if your plans get broken up or worse, turned over, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell your seats. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Vikings.
For the Vikings, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen, that's who. Like saving live broadcasts from lag time, helping deliver the in-stadium experience for fans with millions more around the globe, and bringing all the benefits of the cloud to your network, so it's as secure as a defensive line and as legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Your home for all things purple. 10-5, touchdown! FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
Welcome back, Vikings Football Sunday on Must. Vikes taking on the Colts, and today's health report is brought to you by Twin Cities Orthopedics, TCO, the official sports medicine provider of the Minnesota Vikings. And Blake Cashman, again, out with that turf toe. Christian Darrisaw, as we all know, he's out for the rest of the season with the knee, and that means the new guy, Cam Robinson, is going to be in. We're going to talk to Ben Gessling about that coming up in just a bit. And for the Colts, big one for those guys. Their left tackle is out with a concussion. Bernard Raymond is out for the game today. And that is your health report brought to you by Twin Cities Orthopedics. TCO is the official sports medicine provider of the Minnesota Vikings. Trusted care, pro approved. And I mentioned Ben Gessling from Star Tribune and StarTribune.com. Ben, how are you here on a Sunday night?
I'm doing well, Mus. It's got the. I'm not a coffee drinker, but we'll find drink enough pop to get some caffeine going, and we'll get through this one.
I suppose.
Not a little old for these night games.
Yeah, I had to just start recently drinking coffee. I don't like it, but I like what it does for you.
Yeah.
Hey, in just 14 days, the Minnesota Vikings have had a lot of weird things. They lost to the Lions, of course. We watched Matthew Stafford, who had 3 touchdowns going into the game, throw for 4 in the last game against us. Lost Christian Darrisaw for the season. They have desperately missed Blake Cashman with the turf toe woes, and have gone from number 1 in the North to dropping down to 3rd.
Yeah, it's been quite a turn of events here, and Kevin O'Connell talks a lot about trying to kind of stay the same, but it is difficult to do that when you have that many things happen to you in that short of order, and I think that's why he talks so much about this is when all of this stuff that they discuss about culture and being able to kind of keep a mindset that gets through this gets really tested, because it is so easy to just kind of turn and say, well, here we go again, nothing's going to go right. And to be able to flush all that is kind of the mark of a good team, because everybody's going to go through stretches like this. You don't have a lot of teams that are going to go through without any trouble whatsoever. And this is theirs, and it's a good test to see how they can come back out of it.
Mentioned that, of course, Darrisaw out for the season. Cam Robinson comes in and traded to Minnesota. Now, how are they going to handle this, in your opinion? I mean, I don't know how difficult it is to just throw you in. Hey, you're on the team, and now you're starting left tackle. I would assume that if it was like center, that would probably be not something very likely.
Yeah.
Maybe at left tackle that is, but they definitely are going to have to help him out in some way.
I would think so. I mean, my understanding is he is going to start. I think that is going to be the only change on the offensive line, at least as far as I've heard it. But yeah, I would expect that there'll be some chip help. You may see tight ends over there a little bit more often, maybe a running back drifting over there a little bit more. He won't probably get as many of those one-on-one matchups where they just put him on an island like they could do with Christian Darrisaw. That is a luxury with a left tackle when you have that, and you can basically just say, you have your guy, and we don't need to give you any help because we know you have it under control. Maybe they'll get to that point with him. I would not expect that they'll try that tonight. The nice thing for them is this is not the most disruptive pass rush they've seen. Certainly, Leotu Latu has played well. Kwity Paye, I mean, they've got some first-round picks up front, but this is not a team that brings pressure or at least gets home as much as some of the teams that they've seen. So it's probably not a bad place to start for him, and then next week he gets to play the team that he's practiced against for so many years of his career. So not a terrible assignment to get going, but yeah, it's a new setting, it's a new set of cadences, it's a new set of teammates. So certainly a lot of adjustments for him in pretty short order, and he'd come back from a concussion as well. So he's got to turn around and get things going here pretty quickly.
Ben Gessling, that is joining us here from StarTribune.com. Vikings Football Sunday. Vikes taking on the Colts. So let's talk the field goals. Last 2 games, 5 field goals, 57-yarder there from Reichert, which was awesome. That unit, DePaula, also Wright and Reichert, they've been legit. They've been awesome. But if we could just relegate them to PATs, that would be awesome. I mean, he's got the leg, but it just seems like in the last couple of games especially, Vikings offense had a tough time even getting into the red zone.
Yeah.
And so that, set up a lot of field goals that we had to kick.
For sure. It has been one of those things that has not worked as well as it did early in the season. I mean, they were really efficient in the red zone as they got started. I think we even saw a lot of that in training camp, that the red zone operation was really smooth. Sam Darnold was seeing things well, being decisive. It's been either not getting into the red zone, or when they do, it's been short field goals a lot of times. You've seen them struggle to finish drives, and then you're kicking those 28, 30-yard field goals that are indicative of not being able to get the ball in the end zone. And I think that's a lot of what you see in these close games, where they're settling for 3 points, or they're not getting far enough into opposing territory to even try it. So it is certainly something they have to get better at. I think that's one of the things that when you hear Justin Jefferson this week talking about simplifying the offense and trying to just have everything be a little bit smoother, I think some of the reason for that is let's try to finish drives, get things working quickly in the red zone where there's tighter spaces, you have to make quicker decisions. I think a lot of that will help them quite a bit, because we've seen this offense be efficient, but over these last couple of close losses, that lack of efficiency, especially in the red zone, has shown up pretty big.
Ben, have you ever been like writing a story or working on a piece? It's late at night, such like a night tonight, and all of a sudden you're just like, nope, I can't do it. I'm tapping out. You just tap out. Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
I mean, it's never been seen before.
Yeah.
A quarterback.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that you kind of talk about his developmental cycle and do they stick by him. I think from a developmental perspective, you can make the case for doing that, but the message that sends when it's I'm taking myself out of the game, there is a dynamic with that as the leader of an offense, the leader of a team, that I think had to be part of their calculation when Shane Steichen makes that move. It's not just about Anthony Richardson's future. This is a team that's trying to win right now, and when you do that, it sends a message that's pretty hard to just walk back and pretend you didn't see. So it was one of those things that, go back and hand the ball off. You'd think there'd be ways to mitigate the fatigue there, but the fact that he did that, even if it's just a play, sends a message that I think is pretty hard to unsee, and I wonder how much of that was part of the decision that they made to sit him tonight.
And in they bring Joe Flacco, 716 yards, 7 touchdowns, an interception, 65.7 completion percentage, and that's just 4 games here in 2024.
Yeah, he has been efficient, and we saw it last year with the Browns as well. They kind of put things back together by putting him back in. He's had one of the quicker releases in the league. I think they've done a good job of beating pressure that way. And they have a good line anyway with Quentin Nelson and Ryan Kelly kind of in the middle of that thing. But I think the quick release has helped them quite a bit. You'll see Josh Downs on crossing routes. You'll see Michael Pittman on some of those things. And then Alec Pierce is one of the best deep threats in the NFL, averaging, I think, 23, 24 yards a catch. Flacco's always had a pretty elite arm. I don't know that it's quite in the Joe Flacco prime quality of it, but I think he can still push the ball downfield, and that quick release will probably be something we've seen. We've seen a lot of teams use that against the Vikings to try to beat some of that pressure. I would expect you'll see him do quite a bit of that tonight to try to get the ball out ahead of the Brian Flores pressures that I would expect we'll see.
All right, less than a minute. Here you go. Jonathan Taylor or Aaron Jones? Who has a better game and why?
I think Aaron Jones does. I think the Vikings will be able to run on this front. I think they can try to get in control of things. I think Taylor will have a productive night, but the Vikings at home, especially at home, have been pretty good against the run. I think the Vikings get it back going tonight with Aaron Jones. I think he scores, and I think they'll both be productive, but I think Aaron Jones, of the former Wisconsin running backs, college or pro, I would take Aaron Jones tonight.
Ben, you're the best. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, Mus. Enjoy the game.
Ben Gessling, Star Tribune, StarTribune.com. Vikings football Sunday continues. Vikes taking on the Colts in the flexed game for Sunday Night Football. Coming up here next, an interview with Ivan Pace. Eric Nordquist had a chance to talk to Ivan Pace Jr. Also, we're going to have PA with the coach, Kevin O'Connell, as we do each and every week before we get to the boom. And, of course, you're always going to catch that right here. This is Vikings football.
Xfinity here. How can we help? Yeah, there are so many football games streaming this season. Can Xfinity Internet handle it? Oh, we know the game is only live once, so we built a network with all-pro speeds and low lag so you don't miss a snap. So I can yell, "He's open!" when he's actually open? Yeah, but the quarterback still can't hear you.
Xfinity gives you a super fast connection to the game. Stream live the best seat in the house with Xfinity. Bring on the good stuff. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed. Streaming content limited to the U.S.
As a contractor installing windows, you deserve a simple choice. Anderson 400 series windows. They're the cladwood windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And they even have fewer callbacks for extra peace of mind. When it comes to windows, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 series windows. The windows contractors trust the most. Request a quote at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson Brand Survey of U.S. contractors.
Football fans, stop by Mystic Lake to see Vikings alum Ben Lieber interview special guests on select Mondays throughout the season. You must be at least 18 to attend. After the interview, participate in our Thirst and 10 promotion to score a Vikings prize pack. Purchase a qualifying drink at participating bars and play a game to win Mystic Cash. You can instantly win up to $100 Mystic Cash just for playing. All participants are automatically entered into the monthly drawing to win prizes. More information at mysticlake.com.
Discover the ultimate destination to live, work, and play at Viking Lakes. From top-tier office spaces in the Minnesota Vikings World Headquarters to exciting live entertainment and luxury apartment living, Viking Lakes has it all. Discover Viking Lakes residences with spacious apartments, best-in-class finishes, and unparalleled amenities. Our community sets the standard for suburban luxury. Are you planning a company holiday party or a fall picnic? Our venue is perfect for any event. For additional information, please visit explorevikinglakes.com. Experience suburban luxury like never before.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today, based on calendar year total sales.
Hello, families. Are you looking for a safe, loving, learning environment for your child? New Horizon Academy is a family-owned child care program that serves families just like yours. Our curriculum is specially designed to meet the educational needs of children ages 6 weeks through school age. We invite you to call or stop into your neighborhood New Horizon Academy to take a tour anytime. Learn more at newhorizonacademy.net. New Horizon Academy, where love and learning grow.
The radio home of the Minnesota Vikings. FM 100.3, KFXM Minneapolis, St. Paul. The Fan.
Welcome back to U.S. Bank Stadium. I'm Eric Nordquist with Vikings linebacker Ivan Pace Jr. I was at the facility earlier this week, Ivan, and I felt that energy like you guys can't wait to play this game, can you?
No, we can't. We can't wait to get back out there on the field. Coming off these little short weeks, these breaks, man. We ready to get back out there and rock and get us a dub.
What are primetime games at U.S. Bank Stadium like for you guys as the home team players?
For the primetime games at the U.S. Bank, man, that's just a blessing to be out there. Just to know that we on TV in front of everybody, man. We the last game of the night, and we just gonna go crazy.
Now, I've on the radio here on The Fan, Ivan, I've kind of summed up last week as being 5 bad days with those 2 losses, and tonight's kind of the perfect chance to get the mojo back. Is that fair? Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Yeah, man. We just gonna go out there and rock out together, man. We gonna get we got our fundamentals during the week, fundamentals and our techniques back together. So I think we're gonna be good out here tonight.
When Blake Cashman is out, how do your responsibilities change? Is there a ripple effect of responsibility on the defense?
I say I just got to step in and take over his role as the green dot. So just locking in, making sure I'm always locked in, but just making sure that stuff's going the right way on the field and off the field during practice, during the week. So, yeah.
How much fun are you having, Ivan, in Brian Flores' system, and how challenging is it? Because I'm an outsider, obviously. I'm not a player. I'm not in the room, but it looks busy at times. It's chaotic. There's a lot going on with Brian Flores' defense.
Yeah. It's lots of fun. Just to know that everybody has a role to play on his defense, and that everybody can switch roles at any time, at any point. We can send another blitzer, unlike myself or somebody else, and we can drop out in coverage. Just to know that it's a different thing that are coming at different times and nobody really is prepared for it. So I love his defense a lot, and it's a lot of fun.
Last time you were in the building, Ivan, you had your first career touchdown, the scoop and score. Game didn't end up like you hoped, but big moment for sure. How fun was that last weekend?
That was a blast, man. Get my first touchdown in the NFL. It's a dream come true. It's a dream come true to just be out here on the field. So it's a blessing from God just to get that and celebrate with my teammates. And like you said, we didn't come out with the dub, but it was still a blessing to get that.
Is that one of those things where you're like, well, Andrew Van Ginkel can't have all the fun with defensive TDs, right?
Yeah, man. He got to share him a little bit, but that's good. I'm happy for him to get his too. So everybody, we're just gonna start getting the ball out more often and making turnovers.
Let me ask you a dumb question. Is there an art to creating turnovers? Because it seems like in any defense, Ivan, chaotic or not, there's like a huge focus on being in the right position, but then also you got to have that extra bit of awareness to pounce when you can. Is there an art to balancing kind of the function of the defense with also being ready to take that thing away when you can?
Yeah, that's just being a pro, man. Being a pro in the NFL is all about getting the ball out. We want turnovers. We want to get the ball off people. We want the ball back for our offense. We don't want them to have the ball. So yeah, we just gonna go out there and just make sure that when they do got the ball, we want to get it back. That's our ball. We want that back.
So if you had the choice, now there's a lot that you got to do, man in the middle, green dot or not. You're busy throughout these games. Ivan, would you prefer, personally, just your flavor, would you prefer defending a pass over the middle against a tight end or A-gap, Jonathan Taylor, let the strongest man win, head downhill? Which would you prefer?
Me personally, I love playing downhill, man. I'm trying to go get me a sack at all times. I'm trying to go get a strip sack, something like that. But I love being in coverage too, man. Just learning from my backers, Cash and Kamu and stuff, and Hicks last year. It's fun to get turnovers, man. It's just fun to get turnovers. So I'm down for both. But if I had to pick, I'm gonna go rush the QB and go get him.
There was some bouncing around earlier in the week. Would it be Anthony Richardson or the elder statesman, Joe Flacco, playing QB for the Colts? Joe Flacco, by the way, drafted the same year as your head coach, Kevin O'Connell. So he's been around a while. He's won a Super Bowl.
Crazy.
Do you ever care who you face in that kind of a situation, or did it matter at all? You just want to fluster whichever one shows up?
I mean, personally, it matters. It matters a lot in the game of, okay, who's playing? Now we got Anthony Richardson out here. He's more of a rookie, and then we got Joe Flacco out there, and then he's more of a veteran. So like he knows what more of he's doing. So it's all about just how we're gonna approach the situation with the different QBs in there.
That's Ivan Pace Jr., Vikings linebacker. Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell is around the corner with Paul Allen next on the Minnesota Vikings audio network, driven by Polaris.
Nothing says game day like a delicious drink from Caribou Coffee, the official hometown coffee of the Minnesota Vikings. Make the most of your coffee run when you join Caribou Perks. Become a member and get a free drink after your first purchase. Plus, download the app for even more of what you love, including order ahead so you can get your drink when, where, and how you want it every time. Redeem rewards, save your favorite locations, and so much more. Text PERKS to 762-CARIBOU to join today.
Hey fans, Pilot Games has teamed up with the Minnesota Vikings to create the Vikings Victory electronic pull-tab game. Play in more than 1,700 bars across the state and win up to $1,500 in the Skull bonus game. Pilot Games is the largest charitable gaming provider in the state. When you play Vikings Victory, your community wins. Play Vikings Victory today, anywhere Pilot's electronic pull tabs are offered. Visit pilotgames.com for more information.
Viking fans, looking to upgrade your wardrobe? This local brand based in St. Paul will become your new go-to. Unreal is the premium athleisure brand that combines comfort, versatility, and style. Crafting elevated apparel that will take you from the office to the gym or the airport to the golf course. Wherever you go, they've got you covered. Shop now at unreal.com and experience the difference yourself. That's UNRL.com. The best athleisure wear in the game.
If you're in the market for a used vehicle, click on CarswapUSA.com.
We offer easy financing, complimentary oil change, and if you need it, we can deliver it.
Speaking of CarswapUSA.com,
you can browse hundreds of vehicles from your home.
If you're ready to buy a premium, hand-picked, late model, low mileage used vehicle, then check out your options at
CarswapUSA.com. We deliver
whether you're buying or selling. Make CarSwap your first stop. CarSwap, a car for everyone.
Hey, Mark Rosen here. Let me tell you about a great way to stream all your Vikings coverage, shows, and analysis right on your big screen TV. It's Fox Local, a free streaming app where you can watch live shows of Vikings Game Day Live or Postgame Tonight plus a ton of exclusive stories and features that only Fox 9 can provide. So search Fox Local on your streaming device, install, and stay connected to your Vikings and local news here in Minnesota with Fox Local.
The Yaller horn has spoken. It's saying, when the Vikings score, Vikings fans win. This season, if the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns in a single game, you get a free Big Mac. That's right. When the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns in a game, get a free Big Mac with a purchase of $2 or more. Only on the McDonald's app. Offer valid once per person the day after the Vikings score 2+ touchdowns through 1/31/2025 at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards.
Vikings news when you want it on the iHeartRadio app. Just search for The Alec Lewis Show. Just another way to get Vikings news from the fan.
Sunday Night Football is at U.S. Bank Stadium. It's the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts. And here comes Minnesota Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell, whose team will be contesting quarterback Joe Flacco, playing in his 209th game, including the playoffs. And my man has a 65-yard touchdown pass to Alec Pierce just this year. So how's he keeping it together?
Well, Joe's always been one of the more physically talented throwers of the football that's come into our league in a long time. Been well documented, the throwing performance he put on at the combine right before I had to throw, which was just wonderful. But all jokes aside, I mean, Joe can touch every blade of grass throwing the ball. You gotta get some pressure tonight on him, and it can't just come in the blitz form. We need some 4-man rush getting home. We need to get back to the playing Minnesota Vikings defense the way I know we can and will tonight. But Joe's a challenge. They've got some good skill players, and they're going to try to attack in rhythm to get Joe, going down the field quite often.
Game number 8, and the Minnesota Vikings welcome back tight end T.J. Hawkinson. I'd imagine it's nice to get him back into some routes, right?
Yeah, TJ's been working crazy through this opening of his window, and really it goes back so far, Vikings fans. I mean, thinking about just every single day of his road to get back to tonight. We've tried to be patient with him, knowing how important that 9-month mark was, both medically and, psychologically. So I think TJ's ready to let it rip tonight. Don't really have an idea, any snap count maximums going into it, but I think we're going to have to be pulling him off the field at some point just because it is his first game. But hopefully he gets a great ovation from the fans. If they only knew the kind of work that went in for one of our best players to make it back tonight, and it should give us a lift.
Big target inside the red zone, too, right? Inside the 20 a couple of years ago in that comeback against Indy. He caught that huge 2-point conversion back center of the end zone. Nice to have that, too.
Yeah, just big body target, but still such a elite route runner, separator, can get on edges and contested catches and find his way into open grass versus zones. There's a reason why we went out and got him a couple years ago, and it's been a great move for us ever since.
Kevin, new left tackle Cam Robinson, 94 starts, including the playoffs. Is Cam the kind who requires a handcuff, or is he quite accomplished on his own?
He's quite accomplished. I had an absolute blast with him. First meeting, he comes in right off the plane, and I get a chance to sit down with him for about an hour and just talking to him about football, his journey. Unfortunately, it didn't end the way he wanted in Jacksonville, but I think he's excited about the idea of being a Minnesota Viking. He, came in telling me how he had heard so much about what this place is about, and I think he's realized very quickly it's going to be a positive experience for him. Excited to see him make his debut tonight for us, and really a critical time. What a move by Kwesi to go get us a left tackle in such a big moment with a loss of one of our best players in Christian Darrisaw.
Now these Colts have run for 318 the last two, and are debuting a rookie left tackle tonight. Do you expect the Colts to run a bunch, especially early?
I just think Jonathan Taylor, he's one of the best in football, and they've although they're going to be down their left tackle, I still think they're very, very good with Nelson and Kelly there in the interior, and they're going to run the football. We know that, and they're going to try to be a little bit more conventional probably than had they had Anthony Richardson in there. Joe can do a lot of different things. He's really lethal in the play action world, and like I said, if you can keep them behind the chains. Don't let them have easy yardage type of D&Ds. I think we can try to get aggressive defensively and get off the field, maybe force some turnovers, try to get off to a fast start as a team will be huge for us.
And other than that last one, what is a major key to winning tonight?
Yeah, I think, you can always look at the turnover numbers. This team, when they lose the turnover number battle, is 0-9. But I think it goes beyond that. I would like to get off to a fast start. We've talked a lot about it all week long. And then I just want to see our guys with the kind of energy that Sunday Night Football at US Bank Stadium warrants, because I know our fans are going to be electric. It's going to be a great environment. Let's enjoy the heck out of this, compete like crazy, and go try to get our 6th win, and we'll be right where we want to be as a team, right in the thick of things.
Yes, sir. That was awesome. Have fun.
Appreciate it, PA.
Kevin O'Connell, head coach of the Minnesota Vikings, and I'm Paul Allen. The Boom against the team with the horseshoes on the helmets. The Indianapolis Colts is next on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network.
This season, Chevy brings classic pairings, cookies and milk, mistletoe and kisses, and your holiday plans and a new Chevy. Silverado 1500 gives you power and capability with 430 pound-feet of torque to haul your holiday tree. Equinox EV and the all-new Equinox offer award-winning quality and style to see you through the holiday season. See why Chevy makes everything better and brighter. Visit ChevyDealOnline.com.
Miller Lite is brewed with great taste and only great taste.
The Miller Brewing Company would like to issue a correction. Miller Lite is brewed to be less filling. What are you doing here?
Miller Lite tastes great.
Look, I'm just reading the script. It says less filling.
That's not what my script says.
Well, mine said.
We'd like to apologize for the previous announcers. Miller Lite is in fact less filling and tastes great. Time to shine, legal guy.
Celebrate responsibly. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Beer. 96 calories and 3.2 grams carbs per 12 ounces. Fewer calories and carbs than premium regular beer.
As a leader in innovative ingredient solutions, Sam Nutrition offers a unique personal touch that only a family-owned business can provide. As your trusted partner in animal nutrition, we source the highest quality ingredients, ensuring you achieve optimal results. Discover how our family values drive us to connect industries and unlock peak performance across your entire operation with Sam Nutrition. Learn more by visiting samnutrition.com. Sam Nutrition, high performance, reasonable price. A proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
The radio home of the Minnesota Vikings. FM 100.3, KFXM Minneapolis, St. Paul. The Fan.
Showtime, baby. Oh, you know what's going on. Let's go, Vikings. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's game time.
Minnesota Vikings football is on the air. All across the Minnesota Vikings radio network. Vikings football is proudly presented by the following broadcast partners. Vizzy Hard Seltzer, your local Northland Ford dealers. Polaris, and by Mystic Lake Casino Hotel. Vikings football is also brought to you by the following. Mystic Lake Casino Hotel.
To the 30, down the sidelines, knocked out of bounds.
Twin Cities Orthopedics. Miller Lite. And by Lumen.
Touchdown! Ball's loose at the goal line. Touchdown!
Happy Halloween from the Vikings Radio Network. Now let's go live to US Bank Stadium to the only 3 guys who have been in the league longer than Joe Flacco, along with former Vikings Pete Bursich and Ben Lieber. Here with the call of tonight's game, the voice of the Vikings, Paul Allen.
Happy Sunday and welcome to US Bank Stadium. The respective captains are meeting at the Norseman logo to establish the coin toss. The next voice you will hear will be that of Sean Smith, the referee for this evening's game between the Minnesota Vikings and the Indianapolis Colts. Smith and his crew.
Welcome, gentlemen, to regular season week 9. With Indianapolis being the visiting team, you will make the call. This side is heads. This side is tails. What's your call? Heads is the call.
Hey.
Tails. Minnesota wins the toss and elected to defer their choice to the second half. That's where you want to kick. Switch it up. Indianapolis will receive the ball on this end of the field, gentlemen. Good luck.
Of the 17 officiating crews, Sean Smith's group calls the fourth fewest penalties of all those crews in the NFL. And the line judge has been a line judge for 23 years. His name is Jeff Seaman. He's a Minnesotan, son of longtime accomplished and well-respected referee Jerry Seaman, a Plainville, Minnesota native. Some things of note into tonight's game between the 5-2 Vikings and the 4-4 Colts. The Indianapolis Colts from the AFC South are 0-9 under second-year head coach Shane Steichen when losing the turnover battle. Colts quarterback Joe Flacco turns 40 in January. He was the 18th overall pick in the 2008 draft. The same draft, Minnesota Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell was selected 94th by the New England Patriots. The Minnesota Vikings have outscored the opposition in first quarters of games this year, 72-10. And if rookie kicker Will Reichard happens to make a 57-yard field goal, he becomes the only rookie in the history of the National Football League to have 3 of those in a season, passing Greg Zuerlein. And Reichard lines up to kick it to the west side of U.S. Bank Stadium. The Vikings are wearing their purple jerseys with their white numbers, white pants. The stripes are purple and gold. And the Colts come into town wearing all white uniforms, trimmed in blue with blue numbers, the white helmets, and the horseshoes on the helmets. Will Reichard set to kick off game number 8 for the Minnesota Vikings. A couple deep for the Indianapolis Colts would include Ashton Doolin along with Tyler Goodson, and boom! A slump-busting Sunday night in Minneapolis is in the air. And it's a touchback from Reichard, and here come the Indianapolis Colts, led by Joe Flacco, 17th year from Delaware. He stands 6'4". This will be his third start, fourth game. 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's been sacked 6 times. They have a replacement at left tackle. Matt Gonsalves, a third-round rookie from Pitt, is making his first start. He's played 3 offensive snaps all season. Jonathan Taylor with 5 touchdowns is the tailback, and we're underway at U.S. Bank Stadium. Flacco goes right to Taylor, who heads up the middle head first, and between the hash marks, Harrison Phillips along with Ivan Pace able to corral him after a gain of 2 yards at 2nd and 8. And the running piece, that's very important tonight. In the 2 games without Blake Cashman, the Minnesota Vikings have allowed 251 passing yards. Make that rushing yards. In the 4 games before that, all with Cashman, they gave up 257. 251 the last 2, 257 the previous 4. It's 2nd down for the Indianapolis Colts, heading to the east side of U.S. Bank Stadium. Couple of tight ends to the right. Flacco right back to Taylor. Bit of room up the middle. He shakes a tackle across the 35, and that's where Cam Bynum, along with Jerry Tillery, bring him down. Pete Persich, 3rd and short.
And it was interesting to see Camus Grugier-Hill being in there on the first down call against the run, and then they moved. They took Andrew Van Ginkel, walked him off, and went with the 4-man front and gave up a little bit more on that second run. So the personnel I'm very interested in, just because of how they were going to replace Cashman. They did it on the first down, the second down. A little bit more of a pass rush personnel, and it cost us a little bit in the ground.
5 down linemen for Brian Flores. Defense on 3rd and 1. Flacco back to pass. He'll fade one left, and it's caught first down at the 42-yard line of the Minnesota Vikings. And it's second tight end Kylan Granson with a 22-yard hit, and the Colts get a first down.
It's Harrison Smith needing to get over the top and having to do it a little bit more quickly than he did. He wasn't getting any help at all in the flat. So it appears to me the way that they sorted that out, Harrison Smith should have been on the up route a lot more quickly than what he was.
Joe Flacco playing in his 209th game, including the postseason. He works out of the pistol formation and goes to Jonathan Taylor, who spurts through the middle across the 35 to the 30. First down. Jonathan Taylor with a head of steam right down the center of the field for 12. First down.
Wow, and you talk about just a beast in Quentin Nelson, Paul. I mean, he's just blocking down, cleaning everything out. And Calvis comes down, he's cleaning everything out. We have to be more stout at the defensive tackle position, or else Taylor is just going to be running up and down the field.
3 runs, 22 yards for Jonathan Taylor. He's the single set, tight end in motion to the left. Taylor drops dropped it. Handoff to Taylor. He dropped it. It's bouncing around and no signal and come on, Vikings ball.
Ruling on the field was a fumble recovered by Minnesota. First down.
That is Jonathan Taylor's third fumble of the season, and he hasn't been up for every single game. It looked to me, Paul, like it was a bad exchange. That the ball that Flacco just never got it into his stomach. And, yeah, Taylor just tried to take that thing. The ball went right to the ground, and it was actually Harrison Smith, Paul, who came up with that.
On the Northland Ford dealer scoreboard, the Vikings get the first take. They have the ball with T.J. Hawkinson. When we return, scoreless, Vikings ball for the first time from Minneapolis. It's Minnesota Vikings football.
What's poppin'? Justin Jefferson here.
Football is a lot of explosion, a lot of energy and attitude.
It's a whole different vibe with these open earbuds. It's like you're in the moment, but also you can hear everything around you. You can be involved.
To have good sound and to be so light on your ear means a lot to me. Putting that music into my ears,
you feel good enough to go out there and play.
You turn on that switch, no one can stop you.
For more, check out Bose.com.
FanDuel Sports Network is your new home for your home team.
Welcome back into Vikings Weekly.
Watch all the big hits.
Heavy hit by Polino.
Big shots.
Edwards again. Cash!
Big goals.
Kaprizov wins it for the Wild in overtime.
All in one place.
Oh, my.
For unrivaled coverage of your local teams.
Complimentary football all the way around.
Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com today and watch all season long.
From the convenience stores in Cloquet to the supermarkets in St. Cloud, the Minnesota Lottery's Vikings scratch game is here. These are the concrete coliseums where we'll challenge chance and chase glory, where we'll gamely scratch and fearlessly scrape in pursuit of up to $100,000 in cash prizes. These are the stadiums where we come to play. Get in the game. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
New Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, a non-carbonated refresher with alcohol for weekend flavor any day of the week. Like when you get a case of the Mondays, swap it for the bright fruit flavors of Happy Thursday. Or when Tuesday needs a tune-up, look forward to Happy Thursday. And by Wednesday, you're already halfway there. So drink in the weekend flavor of Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, weekend flavor any day of the week. Celebrate responsibly. Non-carbonated, naturally flavored with other natural flavors. 21 and up, contains alcohol. 2024 Molson Coors Beverage Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin beer.
Live stream Vikings games throughout Minnesota all season long. Powered by Quantum Fiber on iHeartRadio and KFAN.
Harrison Smith's ninth fumble recovery has the Vikings with the ball 1st and 10, and Sam Darnold goes back to pass, whips one out right, caught by Josh Oliver, out of bounds at the 33-yard line. A quick catch and run of 9 from Darnold to Oliver, and we welcome back tight end T.J. Hawkinson. He's been out all season. He missed the first 7, 8 touchdowns in 25 games with the Vikings since they traded for him a couple of years ago. And we also welcome the arrival of left tackle Cam Robinson.
After replay assistance, ruling on the field is the first down.
All right, we'll take it. Cam Robinson traded for on Tuesday, and he's in his 8th year from Alabama, originally a 2nd-round pick in 2017. Pete, Cam Robinson has 94 starts, including playoff games for the Jags.
Right, it's so hard. You think about how difficult it is at this stage of the season to bring in a guy with that kind of experience. It just doesn't happen too often, and the Vikings didn't really have to give up much to bring him in.
Jefferson wide right, Addison wide left, Brandon Powell slot left, first down, handoff Aaron Jones, room to the left side, across the 40, bumps it out left 45, and he'll shoulder his way to the 47-yard line. 13-yard run by Aaron Jones.
And Paul, I'm happy to report that it was Cam Robinson on the outside that walled off Kwity Paye, I believe. I'm sorry, it's Deo Adangbo who was on that side that play. Just walled him nicely out to the outside and open up that for Aaron Jones. So You're not afraid to run behind him yet, and he has a reputation for being a good run blocker, and he showed it on that play.
T.J. Hawkinson in motion to the right, 3 receivers to the right. Now Addison motions to the left. It's 2-by-2, first down. Darnold fires right, caught Hawkinson at the 50-yard line. His first catch will be a 2-yard gain. It's 2nd and 8.
And they get a standing ovation as the crowd is just thrilled to see T.J. Hawkinson back. He picked a good week to be back because I think that this linebacker crew can be suspect down the field in coverage.
On 2nd down, 2nd and 8 from the 50. Darnold back to pass, throws left, man wide open, and it's caught by Brandon Powell. The seldomly used Brandon Powell getting run before Jalen Naylor for a 2nd consecutive game. 9-yard grab and another first down. We're scoreless.
Well, Paul, a couple things are different. A lot more in the way of quicker throws and a hurry-up style of offense, which I like because it's going to wear out Grover Stewart and DeForest Buckner.
First down for the Vikings. Darnold under center. He goes play action on a very deep drop. He's going to swing it left to Addison. Jukes to the right past Grover Stewart, 45. Angles back to the left. Dives ahead to the 40. And that'll be a gain of 1, maybe 2 yards, making it 2nd and long for the Vikings, whose offensive coordinator, Wes Phillips, out of the booth on the sideline, according to Ben Gessling from the Star Tribune.
Yeah, from what Gessling reported, it was just, the help with communication, and that's going to be adjustments. And that's a difficult part. I mean, I think coordinators would like to sit in the booth if they can because they can see better, but you have to have somebody on the sideline that can make all the changes that you need.
2 tight ends, Oliver left, Munt right, Jefferson in motion behind Darnold, who's under center. Handoff Aaron Jones, some more room up the middle. Clint make that Grant Stewart slowed him, and he'll dive ahead to about the 38 for a run of 3 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 6. Now that Stewart, part of 3 linebackers for the Indianapolis Colts, they play 4-3 base a lot. They don't blitz a lot, do they?
No, they do. And Grant Stewart, who was a special teamer, really has stepped up. They had a rookie linebacker go on injured reserve after breaking his leg as they go nickel on this play, and they're having the smaller group check in.
3rd and 6 for the Vikings from the Colts 37, scoreless. Addison in motion to the left, back to the right. Darnold out of the shotgun, facing a blitz, whips it out right, caught Addison, first down. Caught it at the 32, fell ahead to the 31. A catch of 7 for Jordan Addison, and a first down for the Minnesota Vikings.
And Paul, we had seen in the amount of time that the quarterback, Sam Darnold, takes in the pocket. He gets hit right as he releases his throw on a quick stunt underneath. So just getting that football out keeps Latu from getting a sack. So this quick passing game has been very effective thus far.
8th play of a possession that's gone 45 yards, scoreless first quarter. Vikes have the ball off a turnover by Joe Flacco. From under center, Darnold takes the snap. Flag comes in, handoff Aaron Jones left side, and he's hit at the 29, falls ahead to the 28 for a gain of 3. Sean Smith.
Holding. Defense number 96.
All right.
5-yard penalty added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Taven Bryan, 7th year Florida.
Yeah, when the flag comes from that far back, you don't normally think it's going to be on the defense, but on both of the offensive linemen, we had Cam Robinson and Blake Brandel pointing. So it's just saying, hey, a lot of times defensive linemen, when they get double teamed, they'll grab onto both to allow the linebacker to be free. And in that play, he got caught doing that.
Darnold, 5 of 5, 29 yards out of the gate. 1st and 10 from the Colts, 23, scoreless first quarter. Darnold hands it to Jones, tries the right side, spins away from a Colt just to get back to the line of scrimmage. And Aaron Jones with no gain. That'll make it 2nd and 10. We're already midway through the first quarter. The Colts traipse down the field 5 plays, and then a botched exchange between Flacco and Taylor went into the arms of Harrison Smith. And here come the Vikings on 2nd and 10. Darnold back to pass. He'll throw over the middle to Trent Sherfield Sr. Angles right, hit at the 17. He'll fall ahead to the 15 for a gain of 7. It's 3rd down. Here's Ben Lieber.
Yeah, guys, we got to talk about this offensive line. Not only opening holes for Aaron Jones, but also in pass protection, specifically Cam Robinson, who you guys mentioned, starting out at left tackle. I've been watching him the last couple of plays, and he just seems very comfortable. His footwork is great. Good communication with Brandel to his right. Even on that last play, goes over to Brian O'Neill, and they kind of dap up hands knowing that they did a good job protecting Sam there.
Ben Lieber. U.S. Bank sideline update. Vikes 1 of 1 on third down. This is 3rd and 3. Darnold shotgun. Colts rush 4. Sam gets away from the pressure to the left. Throws to the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Indianapolis Colts, and it's Zaire Franklin. Zaire Franklin with his first.
Moving on the field is an interception. First down, Indianapolis. Timeout.
Interception this season. Each team has had the ball once. Each team has turned it over once. On the Northland Ford dealer scoreboard, the Vikings just blew an elite opportunity to take the lead. We're scoreless with 6:40 to go in the first quarter. From Minneapolis on the KFAM Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by Polaris.
Hey, Vikings fans, when you stay at Omni Viking Lakes, you stay at the official hotel of your favorite team. At Omni, we believe experiences matter, which is why we built this place for real fans like yourself, even putting it right next to the practice facility. You've dreamt of a place like this, and now you can dream in a place like this. Score! So, Vikings fans, when you're looking for a place to stay in the game at Omni Viking Lakes Hotel.
When football season kicks off, everything else takes a back seat to sports convenience. That's sports convenience. Running errands, not sports convenient. Cooking dinner, not sports convenient. But shopping online is now extra sports convenient thanks to Pays, a fast online checkout offered by banks and credit unions. With Pays, there's no typing in card numbers, no apps to download, and cards stay in one place so you don't have to leave the couch. In the name of sports convenience, try Pays today. Learn more at PAZE.com.
Thursdays on CBS. Ready to have your spirits lifted? Then Ghosts is the comedy for you. I mean, it's an age-old story. Couple moves into an estate only to find out it's haunted by ghosts from throughout the centuries. We've got a hippie, a ghost with an arrow through his neck, a guy who knew Alexander Hamilton, and a personal favorite of mine, a Viking. See why critics have called it drop-dead funny. All new Ghosts. Thursday, 8:30, 7:30 Central on CBS.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with a new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
Do you know how they learn to count in Indianapolis? Flacco in 1, Flacco in 2. Common and 10 and B talk Colts Vikings tomorrow, noon to 3, right here on The Fan.
Welcome back to Thursday Night Football. Sam Darnold throws an interception in the end zone. Colts take the ball right now on the 20-yard line. And guys, as our defense goes on the field, I know that we felt really good about that fumble recovery, but our run game has to shore up. They had a 13-yard run with backside pullers, and Pace did not do a great job, so something to watch out for.
All right, Ben. Flacco back to pass on first down. Whips it out right. Caught Jonathan Taylor across the 20. Weaves his way past the Viking at the 25. And he's taken down after an 11-yard catch and run. First down, Colts. We're scoreless.
Yeah, it's good to see the blitz on the front side, though, getting to Flacco. He had to go to his outlet quickly. And that's what Flacco brings to this Colts offense. It's Richardson, in a lot of cases like that, would panic, try to extend plays with his legs, where Flacco knows where his outlets are, and he's going to just be smart in commanding this offense.
Flacco wears number 15, hands it to Jonathan Taylor, who runs into Jonathan Grenard, and with his strong right arm, he's able to wrap him up and bring him down after a gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, it's going to be physical on the outsides, especially for these outside linebackers, because these Colts pull defensive linemen more than any team, offensive linemen more than any team that we've seen thus far, as Dallas Turner checks in along with Jihad Ward. So they're changing bodies up front very early in this game.
And Andrew Van Ginkel is opposite center Ryan Kelly, mugging the A-gap. Joe Flacco, the Super Bowl 47 MVP with Baltimore. He goes back to pass on second down. We're scoreless. Throws right to second-year wide receiver Josh Downs. Outside the numbers, caught at the 35 and stopped after a 4-yard gain. It's 3rd and 5. 5:05 and counting to go in the first quarter. Each team has turned the ball over. We're scoreless.
And you're getting pressure. You're dropping out some guys underneath. Sometimes you're rushing 5. but you're making Flacco move around in the pocket, so he's not able to set his feet, and he's not able to get the ball delivered down the field.
Alec Pierce wide right, Josh Downs slot right, Michael Pittman Jr. wide left, tight end Mallory is slot left. The Colts are 1 of 1 on third down. Flacco takes the snap. He's going to throw it incomplete over the head of Jonathan Taylor to the right side, and the Indianapolis Colts with Rigoberto Sanchez are going to be punting.
Yeah, nice job again by the defensive line to collapse the pocket on Joe Flacco. So he gets rid of that football he can't see. He's completely enveloped. So good, disciplined pass rush. It's not always about just getting free, but it's collapsing the pocket on the quarterback so he can't see down the field.
Luke Rhodes is the long snapper. Rigoberto Sanchez, 8th year from Hawaii, punts. Snap. No significant rush. High spiral. Brandon Powell eyeballs it, and here he comes from the 9 near side. Quickly to the 15, to the 20, and he'll dive ahead to the 25-yard line, and that's where the Minnesota Vikings offense will commence for its second possession after a 55-yard punt and 15-yard return. No score, 4:26 to go in the first quarter. This is Minnesota Vikings football.
Pure Lux Med Spa, the preferred med spa of the Minnesota Vikings cheerleaders. Indulge in the same top-tier treatments that the MVC trusts for their beauty needs. Say goodbye to unwanted hair and hello to flawlessly smooth skin at Pure Lux Med Spa with the only elite IQ laser in Minnesota. Pure Lux Med Spa uses only state-of-the-art Class 4 true lasers for elite hair removal and body contouring. Elevate your beauty routine with Botox and cosmetic filler treatments and age-defying skincare treatments such as Diamond Glow and Skin Pen for collagen induction therapy. For more information, visit mypurelux.com/Vikings for exclusive offers to Vikings fans.
Don't you love the sounds of the holiday season? The bells, the sleighs. Woohoo! If so, your holiday's now even more magical because now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, you can take home your favorite Hyundai with some of the season's greatest savings.
Drive away now in the Santa Fe with 1.99% APR for 72 months. Only during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offer ends January 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Take your financial game to the next level with MarketBeat, your trusted source for the latest stock market news and analysis. Get real-time updates on top stocks, market trends, and investment strategies, complete with a daily newsletter. With expert analysis, detailed reports, and powerful tools, MarketBeat makes investing easier. Join millions of investors who trust MarketBeat to navigate the market. Visit marketbeat.com, where smart investors go to stay ahead.
During football season, we all make rookie mistakes, like that time you accidentally spiked your TV remote to celebrate a touchdown. Maybe you should have had a Snickers, because now you can enter for a chance to turn those rookie mistakes into prizes, including a grand prize trip to Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans and awesome weekly prizes. Visit Snickers.com/rookie mistake for rules and details. And grab a Snickers, the official chocolate sponsor of the NFL.
Hey, it's Meat Sauce here. Vikings Colts now. Power Trip Morning Show returns tomorrow at 5:30 in the morning with Ben Lieber and all of his amazing sports takes.
Scoreboard Central.
Brought to you by U.S. Bank, the official bank of the Minnesota Vikings. Kind of a pedestrian game for Goff. 18 of 22, 145, a touchdown, a rating of 109.3. That's quite low for him. Love throws a pick six in the rain, and Detroit now is 7-1, 24-14 win over the Packers. Now back to PA.
All right, here comes Sam Darnold. Last time he threw the ball, it was intercepted by Zaire Franklin. Scoreless first quarter, and it's 1st and 10 Minnesota from its own 24. Jordan Addison in motion to the right. They're going to give it to him on a jet sweep. Turns it up outside the numbers 25. Leaps by a Colt at the 30. Jordan Addison with a 10-yard run and a first down. And for Jordan, that's going to be the longest run of his career first down.
Yeah, great job on the outside blocking by Johnny Munt and Brian O'Neill, because that's the one thing that could ruin this is
after
if you
replay
just
assistance, the runner is short of the line of game.
Come on.
It'll be second down. Second down.
Yeah, these guys need to go to class for a while here to figure this out. Well, you get one, you win one, you lose one. But just a great job. They turned Deo Adangbo loose, and by the time he realized what was going on, Jordan Addison
Game
was
clock
already
operator,
past
please reset the game clock to 3 minutes and 55 seconds. 3:55 on the game clock, please. Thank you.
So it'll be second and short. The Colts had the ball, went 5 plays. Bad exchange between Flacco and Taylor. Harrison Smith with the 9th fumble recovery of his career. Then the Vikings had it, got near the red zone. Darnold threw an interception. Second and short for the Vikings. Scoreless game first quarter. Handoff Aaron Jones up the middle, and he will burst to the 36-yard line for a gain of 2. That's a first down for the Vikings, while we remind you there's still time to get on the water and enjoy the beautiful Minnesota lakes and rivers. Bennington, Godfrey, and Hurricane are the Polaris brands that can get you there. Polaris, think outside. Also, showcase your football fandom by submitting your photo as the Jameson Fanatic of the Week. Enter at Vikings.com for your chance to win weekly prize packs. One Jameson Football Fanatic of the season wins a co-branded mini fridge. Must be 21 years of age or older to enter. Darnold on first down from under center. Play action. Pressured from behind. Fires left. Caught. Justin Jefferson. First target, first grab, 19 for 18. They're at the Colts 45, first down.
What a fantastic job by Sam Darnold, just feeling the pressure from Deo Adangbo and just stepping up in the pocket to buy himself a little bit more time for Justin Jefferson to get behind or get past the safety Nick Cross. So just wonderful feel for the pocket by Sam Darnold on that play.
The Vikings have outscored the opposition 72-10 in the first quarters of games this year. We're scoreless. Flip right on first down. Aaron Jones tries to get the edge at the 45, and he's shoved out of bounds after a short gain. It'll be a gain of 1 yard. Nice pursuit by Samuel Womack III, third-year corner from Toledo.
And I'm taking a look at this defensive huddle from the Colts, and what you're seeing, Kwity Paye, hands on the hips. Grover Stewart, who, by the way, is 6'4", 320 pounds, hands on the hips. DeForest Buckner getting these runs to the sideline, the bootlegs, the moving around in the pocket. It's making these Colts defensive linemen move. It's like putting money in the bank right now. Stay efficient, but make this D-line cover ground.
Jefferson wide left. Johnny Munn in motion to the right. Sam Darnold. He's going to set up a screen left to Aaron Jones, and it's blown up by the Indianapolis Colts, led by Grant Stewart. 8-yard TFL by Stewart, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Well, when you have man-to-man, you got to find a way to get yourself out of those situations, Paul, because you just don't have enough time. Ed Ingram doesn't have enough time to sift his way out into space and make a block on a linebacker when he's just already going up the field because he has that guy in coverage. You got to see that and get yourself out of that play.
Minnesota 1 of 2 on third down, scoreless deep in the first quarter. This is 3rd and 16. Jalen Naylor in motion to the right. 4-man rush by the Colts. And the pass goes right, caught by T.J. Hawkinson at the Colts 44, and he's upended by Kenny Moore II, 8th-year corner from Valdosta State. So that's going to make it 4th and 9 after an 8-yard hit to Hawkinson. And Ryan Wright is in to punt to Josh Downs.
You know, Paul, we've seen it over the last couple of weeks that these lost yardage plays have been drive killers. Now, the difference tonight thus far, it hasn't been the penalties. It hasn't been the pre-snap penalties. The Vikings have been on point with all of those. It's been just tackles for losses and screens and things of that nature. So a little bit different play calling, a little more awareness. I think we'll be better off.
Andrew DePaula sends it back to right. End over end punt to the right of Downs. Looks for a fair catch, but it bounces into the end zone for the 3rd touchback this season for Ryan Wright. And with 15 seconds to go in the first quarter, we are scoreless, and Quick Trip is giving away up to $100,000 in the Vikings opening kickoff. Purchase any Pothole Pizza or 20-ounce Pepsi or Mountain Dew product with Quick Rewards, and you're entered. One weekly winner immediately or automatically wins a $500 gift card. The Vikings return their opening kickoff for a touchdown. Somebody's going to be $100,000 richer. QuickTrip.com/sweepstakes for details. And football fans, meet Pays, a convenient new online checkout offered by bank and credit unions. Learn more at Pays.com. Joe Flacco, 3 of 4, 38 yards. He's under center. Tailback Jonathan Taylor gets the carry to the right side, and the final play of the first quarter will go for 4 yards with Taylor being tackled by Dallas Turner. Each team with a turnover, and we are in a scoreless game at the end.
This is the end of the first quarter.
End of the first quarter. Colts ball when we return to U.S. Bank Stadium on the KFAM Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Flores.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
Something big is happening at Hy-Vee. We've just lowered thousands and thousands of prices on thousands and thousands of items in every aisle and in every department. Online, too. And on many of your favorite products. We've even matched prices with some of the biggest discount stores in the country. Because we get it, times are still tough. So we'll continue to work hard to bring you new lower prices on thousands of items. Things are looking different at Hy-Vee. Come see for yourself.
Hey, Mark Rosen here. Let me tell you about a great way to stream all your Vikings coverage, shows, and analysis right on your big screen TV. It's Fox Local, a free streaming app where you can watch live shows of Vikings Game Day Live or Postgame Tonight, plus a ton of exclusive stories and features that only Fox 9 can provide. So search Fox Local on your streaming device, install, and stay connected to your Vikings and local news here in Minnesota with Fox Local.
Hey, so what's better than a Vikings win? Celebrating a Vikings win cruising around in a brand new Polaris Slingshot S or a Polaris snowmobile. So right now at Quick Trip, for every $1 you spend with Quick Rewards, you'll earn a Fan Zone point to spend in the Viking Zone. Then with your Quick Rewards app, spend points for your chance to win prizes throughout the season, like a Polaris Slingshot S. Nice! Kick off your winning season with Quick Trip and your Minnesota Vikings. See quicktrip.com/fanzone for details.
Every Tuesday at 11, Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell joins Paul Allen live from the TCO studio right here on the audio home for Vikings football, KFAN. The Fan.
Scoreless into the second quarter. Ivan Pace Jr. has left the game. Ben, what do you know about that?
Well, it looks scary, guys. He was involved on the tackle, and the tackle just the ball carrier and other people just kind of steamrolled over the top of him. Got his right leg trapped underneath. He immediately grabbed his right knee. After some assessment on the field, he walked off. No limp at all. He's in the blue tent. He's already out of the blue tent. Smiles, dapping people up. I think he's going to be all right.
All right, no score. 2nd and 6 for the Colts. Another run. Jonathan Taylor to the left side, hit at the 25-yard line and stopped right there for a gain of 1. That'll make it 3rd and 5. Taylor in his 5th year from Wisconsin, 2nd-round pick in 2020. The Indianapolis Colts have run for 318 yards the last 2 games. The Vikings have given up 251 rushing yards the last couple of games without Blake Cashman. Jonathan Taylor has only played every game one time, 2021, when he had 2,171 scrimmage yards, most in the NFL. Colts 1 of 2 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 5 from their own 25. Joe Flacco at 6'4" out of the shotgun. Fires over the middle. Incomplete. Knocked away and deflected by Cam Bynum. And now Sanchez is in to punt.
Well, that could have very easily have been an interception. Cam Bynum playing the man a little bit more than the ball and reacted late. I don't think he was expecting that pass to come through. He's reading the eyes of the quarterback, and the ball was actually thrown behind him. So Cam Bynum almost getting himself an interception there. And for the Vikings to get the ball back, Paul, these Colts are 32nd in the league in time of possession, and we almost have them 2-1 already. So the more our offense stays on the field, the better it's going to be.
Sanchez, right-footed punt, end over end. Brandon Powell runs to the right, lets it bounce at the 27, bounces out of bounds at about the 23. Quick pause for station identification. This is Minnesota Vikings football.
Hey, it's Chris Hockey of the Power Trip Morning Show, the Minnesota Vikings Morning Show. Heard right here every day, 5:30 to 9 on The Fan, 100.3 KFXN, Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Hey, there's a new way to stream your Vikings coverage, shows, and insight right on your big screen TV. It's Fox Local, a free streaming app. Search Fox Local on your streaming device, install, and stay connected to your Minnesota Vikings and local news with Fox Local. No score. 14-10 to go in the first half. Sam Darnold, who's thrown an interception, is under center, puts Jordan Addison in motion to the right. Handoff Cam Akers in the backup. Has room up the middle, across the 30, angles left to the 35. Dives ahead to the 37. 12-yard run for the former Viking and former Texan who's played these Indianapolis Colts, Cam Akers.
Wow, is he smooth, Paul? I mean, you didn't really know who was in there. If it was either he or Ty Chandler, but man, he made that cut. He's just smooth.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Vikings. They scrimmage from the left hash, traveling to the east side of US Bank Stadium. Addison in motion to the left. Akers the single set on first down. Back to Cam. Stutter steps as he tries to navigate up the middle between the hash marks. Tripped up at the 40. Falls ahead to the 41. Gain of 4. 2nd and 6.
Yeah, nice job by our offensive front to get Cam up to that second level, and you're seeing some new names and numbers. Taven Bryan and Raekwon Davis, some of these other guys in on the defensive line. Latu, they've got their backups in there because those starters are already tired. So a good run in the football right now.
Latu, 15th overall pick in the most recent draft, rookie from UCLA. He has a couple of sacks as Darnold goes back to pass. Straight drop, whips one out right. Akers looking for a block, didn't get a very good one from C.J. Ham at the 40, so it'll be no gain. That'll make it 3rd and 6. A well-conceived play. The thing is, the block didn't take place, and that killed the whole thing.
Well, the hard part for C.J. Ham is which way to go with the defender, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're out there one-on-one with E.J. Speed in space, and if it's program where you're supposed to get the ball and go between he and the sidelines, he took one side, and it looked like they kind of cut it back in front of him. So a little bit of a miscommunication on that.
Minnesota 1 of 3 on 3rd down, scoreless game. Second quarter, 3rd and 6 from its own 41. Darnold shotgun 4-man rush. Sam straight drop, passes left, caught Hawkinson close to the first down, reaches the ball to the 48. He got it. Gain of 6.
Holding. Offense, number 74.
Come on,
10-yard penalty. 3rd down.
That's Cam Robinson. That's the new guy.
Yeah, you can't call it on Cam Robinson.
He just got here.
Yeah, getting a chance to see it again. Just he got a little bit grabby on, I believe it was Kwity Paye, but wasn't necessary. He just had the hand outside. If you get that hand on the inside, he would have probably had the same exact block, but not drawn the penalty. So again, it's shooting ourselves in the foot, Paul, with the offense. Now we're looking at 3rd and long.
Cam Robinson from the AFC South, quite familiar with many players on this Indianapolis Colts defense. It's 3rd and 6. Darnold, he's going to throw out left. It's going to be a double pass. Jefferson all the way to the right. Caught by Jones. 30, 35, 40. Makes the man miss at the 45. First down. It is a 21-yard completion. Justin Jefferson now is 5 of 8 passing in his career, and that was 3rd and 16, and they converted.
Wow, you don't convert a lot of those 3rd and 16s in this league. I know the Colts have struggled with stopping teams in 3rd and long situations all throughout the year, but man, do you really have to trust everybody who touches a football on a play like that, and that takes guts to call that play when you're really on your side of the field.
JJ has now thrown for 91 yards in his career. That went for 22. First down, scoreless game. Darnold from under center, play action. Now he's hit. Ball came out. Flag on the play. Colts have picked it up, and carrying to the end zone is Kenny Moore II for a fumble recovery touchdown pending infraction. I believe it was Grover Stewart.
No, we can only hope that it was a penalty somehow on the defense.
Maybe it's a face mask this week they actually catch.
There's no foul on the play.
That's great.
Ruling on the field is touchdown.
Wow. A total bust in protection, Paul. As we just turned somebody loose. Actually, it was Grover Cleveland that just freight trained.
It wasn't William Taft. It was Grover Stewart.
Stewart just absolutely killed Garrett Bradbury.
Wow.
I mean, just dumped him.
Grover Stewart, by the way, for Kenny Moore, that is the 4th touchdown of his career. 3 by way of air, first fumble recovery touchdown, and the Indianapolis Colts have taken a 6-0 lead with 10:56 to go in the first half. It was Grover Stewart who forced the fumble, 8th year from Albany State. Kenny Moore, 8th year from Valdosta State. First fumble recovery touchdown. And here's Matt Gay, 20 of 20. Make that Matt Gay 16 of 16 on extra points, and he nails it on the Northland Ford dealer scoreboard. The Colts grab the lead on a defensive touchdown. 7-zip Indy on the KFAM Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by Polaris.
This season, Chevy brings classic pairings, cookies and milk, mistletoe and kisses, and your holiday plans and a new Chevy. Silverado 1500 gives you power and capability with 430 pound-feet of torque to haul your holiday tree. Equinox EV and the all-new Equinox offer award-winning quality and style to see you through the holiday season. See why Chevy makes everything better and brighter. Visit ChevyDealOnline.com.
You're listening to Vikings football.
What do dads care about? Minnesota Vikings football. It's finally football season, and we want all the dads to know that they inspire us with their love and care. Return the care for the man in your life by giving dad products from Dove Men. Dove Men believes that caring for others starts with caring for yourself. It's why care is at the core of everything they do. So whether he's looking for a deodorant to keep him fresh and dry all day, or a body wash that provides hydration for healthier skin, or shampoo that leaves hair stronger and more resilient, Dove Men Plus Care will give him the care and protection he deserves. We know care makes us all stronger, both on and off the field.
Xfinity here. How can we help? Yeah, there are so many football games streaming this season. Can Xfinity Internet handle it? Oh, we know the game is only live once, so we built a network with all-pro speeds and low lag so you don't miss a snap. So I can yell, "He's open!" when he's actually open? Yeah, but the quarterback still can't hear you.
Xfinity gives you a super fast connection to the game. Stream live sports from the best seat in the house with Xfinity. Bring on the good stuff. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed. Streaming content limited to the U.S.
Paul Sutton Bourbon is a namesake bourbon made by our family for 7 generations. Grain to glass, never sourced. Paul Sutton Bourbon, passed down to be passed around.
The Wild, Gophers, Wolves, and Lynx are also heard here on the audio home of the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota sports station is KFAN. Now, back to Vikings football.
Hey, Pete. That's the 11th forced fumble this year for the Indianapolis Colts defense. The second most in the National Football League. Grover Stewart with the forced fumble, getting around or through Garrett Bradbury. Forced the fumble, scooped up by Kenny Moore. Gets into the end zone from 38 out. And the Colts have taken a 7-0 lead early in the second quarter.
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to get another look at it, but it was Garrett Bradbury that was just decleated right at the line of scrimmage. Now, whether or not he was stepped on by Ed Ingram or not, we'll try to get another look at it. But either way, it's hard to fault Darnold, because as soon as he got to the top of his drop and turned around, he had Grover Stewart in his face. And we talked about Grover Stewart before and how fast that man is for 320 pounds. So our offensive line is going to have to figure things out. Now, if we can sustain a drive here and just maintain the football, put some points on the board, that's all going to help, because our time of possession is heavily in our favor right now.
Hey, you can talk about this game and the upcoming contest at Jacksonville with the Friday Football Feast at Buffalo Wild Wings each and every Friday. It's presented by Coors Light. This week, Buffalo Wild Wings Elk River from 9 to noon on KFAN. Visit Vikings.com/BWW for full schedule and details. And Unreal is back with its limited edition Vikings drop. Head to UNRL.com for details. 7-zip Colts, 1st and 10 for the Vikings from their own 30. Handoff Aaron Jones with a bit of room to the right side, but then DeForest Buckner wraps him up and slows him down. It'll be a gain of 2 yards. Buckner in his 9th year from Oregon. He's a big-timer, 2nd and 8.
Aaron Jones averaging, it's going to put him around 4 yards a carry. Akers with 2 touches for 16, and then Addison with 9. I mean, we've been running the football well. It's just a matter of, can we stay patient enough to continue with it, because the running game it has performed well thus far.
The Colts go to their nickel, and they have 7 strewn across the line of scrimmage on 2nd and 8 from the Vikings 32. Darnold out of the shotgun, empty backfield, 4-man rush, throws left, caught. First down, Josh Oliver at the 43-yard line, and Oliver forges ahead to the 46. Second catch for Josh, second first down for Josh. That went for 14.
Yeah, nice job by Josh Oliver to just settle in the zone that's vacated by the blitz. Now, there was only 4 guys rushing, but one of which was a D lineman that dropped out and then a safety that blitzed off the edge. So because you lose a guy in coverage, that usually leaves a void in that zone blitz, and that's exactly where Oliver settled up. So nice job.
1st and 10, Aaron Jones, the tailback. Jordan Addison to the left, short motion to the left of Sam Darnold, who goes play action, boots out to the left. He'll throw to the left, caught by Oliver at the Colts 48, and the big man rolls ahead to the 45 for a gain of 8. It's a 3-catch game for Josh Oliver, 2nd and 1.
Yeah, maybe Oliver's benefiting more than anybody else from T.J. Hockenson being back as the Vikings hurry up to the line of scrimmage.
And Darnold goes under center, 2nd and 1. Handoff Aaron Jones. Tries to run for the first down to the left side, but he is destroyed by their leading tackler, Zaire Franklin, who also has an interception. No gain. It's 3rd and 1.
Yeah, you don't see that happen too often where Aaron Jones is just hit and stopped immediately by anyone, let alone a linebacker. And Zaire Franklin stepped up and really filled that gap. So, again, they're a very downhill defense, especially with those linebackers. And I think the bootlegs and some of those other things, we're trying to take advantage of that. But this is a huge 3rd down conversion right here.
7-0 Indy, 8.5 minutes to go in the first half. Minnesota 2 of 4 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1 from the Colts 44. It's a gun run to Jones, left side.
He didn't get it.
He got stood up at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he didn't get it.
Aaron Jones got stood up at the line of scrimmage. And E.J. Speed, along with Zaire Franklin, the 2 linebackers they used the entire game, they're the ones to get to A.J., so it's 4th and short from the Colts 44. Indy has a 7-0 lead on a fumble recovery touchdown by cornerback Kenny Moore.
Yeah, we had a missed block by T.J. Hockenson, supposed to come down and slow down that linebacker, and just didn't get down and block down quickly enough. And we're going for it here on 4th down.
First charge, timeout, Minnesota, 30 seconds.
And a little confusion, took a little time to get the play in, so they take the timeout, which I have no problem with in the first half.
Is it possible to ever play the Indianapolis Colts in this building and not trail in the first half? I mean, it's 7-0, sure beats 33-0, but nevertheless.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's not the way you want to start. It's in fact the antithesis of what we've seen with a lot of scores on offense and giving up a lot of scores on defense, and then now being -2 because we've turned the football over twice already in the first half, and so to be down only 7-0 at the moment, we're pretty lucky for if giving the ball up twice. We did get one back, but still, we're playing with fire here.
And on 4th and short, it's Cam Akers, handoff. Cam plows his way to the 42, first down. It was a quarterback sneak, that is, by Sam Darnold. He plows his way for the first down. So the Vikings are now 3 of 5 this season on 4th down. And it's 1st and 10 from the Colts 42. Midway through the second quarter, Indy leads 7-0.
And there's no question, Paul, that that's an area of improvement for this offense. Last year, we were plagued by these 3rd and 1, short, 4th and 1s, especially what happened in Cincinnati. But we're converting them this year. I think with Darnold being just a bigger body, that's a better play.
1st and 10 from the Indy 42. Darnold out of the shotgun. Short drop. Looks right. Looks to swing back left. Now he runs away from the pressure and does everything he can to get back to the line of scrimmage. Grover Stewart, who forced the fumble that was returned for a touchdown by Kenny Moore, trapped him at the line. No, it's a tackle for loss, so it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that's one of the things for Darnold is they did a good job trapping T.J. Hockenson on the short route, and if it's not there, just throw it away. Even if it's a short drop, you've got to make that decision even more quickly. And I think what we've seen out of Darnold, the shorter, quicker passing game, he looks comfortable with it so far. But when it's not there, just get rid of it.
Darnold, 12 of 13, 77 yards. His only misfire and interception. Back to pass. Fastball to the left, short of the sticks, and it's caught by Cam Akers at the 37. And the veteran will forge ahead to the 35 for a gain of 7 yards. Gain of 7 yards. That'll make it 3rd and 3 from the Colts 35, 6:15 and counting to go in the first half. Minnesota 2 of 5 on 3rd down. Vikings get the ball to begin the second half.
We're looking at a 51-yard field goal right from this spot. So you want to get points on the board on this drive. So whether or not to go for it on 4th down, that's going to be interesting. But You don't want to lose any yardage here.
3rd and 3. Darnold shotgun empty backfield. 4-man rush. Sam passes right, incomplete.
Hit as he was thrown.
Looking for Justin Jefferson at the 25. He tried to make a one-handed, right-handed grab, but like Pete said, I believe it was DeForest Buckner who got around somebody on the interior of the offensive line, hit Sam as he unfurled the pass to Jefferson, who has 1 catch for 20 yards. Jefferson also has a completed pass for 22 yards, and this will be a 53-yard try left hash for the rookie Will Reichert, 4 of 4 from 50-plus, 14 of 14 on field goals. Andrew DePaula ships it back to Ryan Wright, right-footed line drive kick is up, and it's no good. Will Reichert has missed for the first time this season. 5:46 to go in the first half. Colts lead 7-0. This is Minnesota Vikings football.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
The Minnesota Vikings count on knowledgeable coaches to bring out the best in their team. Your organization should count on Loeffler, the most knowledgeable office technology and services partner in the Midwest, to deliver innovative solutions and get the best results from your team. Loeffler operates and supports a full portfolio of solutions, including copiers and printers, managed print services, cloud-based and managed IT, phone systems, and on-site managed services solutions. Loeffler is your most valuable partner for innovative business technology and services in the upper Midwest.
Allina Health Aetna is a Minnesota-based health insurance company. Our plans include coverage for medical and mental health care with no and low-cost minute clinic visits at CVS Pharmacy and Target stores. We also offer virtual care that's only a text message away. Through our partnerships with Minnesota's top doctors and facilities, we're able to bring quality, more affordable health coverage to Minnesotans. Allina Health Aetna, built to keep the healthcare experience simple and useful for you. Visit AllinaHealthAetna.com to learn more.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
Mesh Besher and Spence bring you Vikings linebacker Jonathan Grenard with the Power Trip every Tuesday on the official morning show and station for Vikings football, KFAN.
All righty, Grover Stewart. A couple of sacks in this game. He has 2.5 on the season. One was a strip sack, forced fumble. Kenny Moore, a corner, got into the end zone for the first fumble recovery touchdown of his career. Third defensive touchdown of Kenny Moore's career. And the Colts lead 7-0. Pete's been talking about this time of possession. The Vikings have had the ball 18 minutes, 19 seconds, compared to 5:55 for Joe Flacco and the Colts. Nevertheless, the Colts have the lead because of that defensive touchdown. And here comes Joe Flacco. Puts Ashton Doolin in motion to the left. Joe from under center, play action, throws to Doolin, and it's caught at the Vikings' 37-yard line. The seldomly used Ashton Doolin.
Oh, no, it incomplete.
It was incomplete. Wow. Okay, 2nd and 10.
Wow, because that was a mental error on defense. They just totally allowed the play action with the backside dig in a completely empty area. So the Vikings got away with one on defense on that play.
Dallas Turner back in the game. Alabama rookie getting some run. Andrew Van Ginkel. He's in the A-gap opposite left guard Quentin Nelson, who's football immortality. 2nd and 10 for the Colts, leading 7-0. Minnesota rushes 5. Flacco with a fastball right, caught. Josh Downs at the 50. Angles left to the 45. That's a 12-yard connection to the second-year UNC product, who's very talented. First down for the Colts.
Yeah, I mean, Harrison Smith is there for that play, and he just breaks up and takes a bad angle. I mean, we give up more yards on slants, at least in the last couple of weeks, Paul. It's kind of ridiculous.
Alec Pierce, right, leads the NFL in yards per catch at 24.6. left Michael Pittman Jr. on first down. Handoff. Jonathan Stewart up the middle. Make that Jonathan Taylor. Hit at the 45. Falls ahead for a gain of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 8.
Jonathan Taylor earlier in this half was averaging almost 9 yards a carry, and that number's down to below 5 in the mid-4s. So we've done a much better job up front defensively and much more stout than we've seen in the last couple of weeks, Paul. And they got to keep that up, but they can't allow these openings in the passing game.
Pierce and Doolin to the right. Flacco out of the shotgun. Taylor by his side. Tight end Ogletree in motion to the right. 2 tight ends, they're balanced. Flacco fakes a handoff. Fastball over the middle. Caught Alec Pierce, first down. He caught it at the 29, right in front of Cam Bynum, and he rolls ahead to the 27 for a gain of 16. And another first down for the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah, it's a lot reminiscent of what we saw against the Rams.
Yep.
Just a quick play action and get the ball out as quickly as possible.
Middle of the field, too.
Yeah, Jonathan Grenard coming through almost untouched, and you still can't get there in time. So our DBs need to tighten up the coverage in the back end of the zone.
Flacco, 17th season from Delaware, 5 of 8, 66 yards, first down. 1st and 10 from the Vikings 27. Colts lead 7-0. Flacco with a flag on the play. Throws left, man wide open, caught at the 15-yard line. It's Granson, one of the 3 tight ends they use. That's a 12-yard gain, pending penalty. Sean Smith is the referee. And here he is.
Illegal shift. Offense number 83. All players did not get set prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Well, that's good for the Vikings, but still, guys wide open.
Yeah, and these are just the mental errors, because you're not being unsound. It would be unsound, I guess. I'm sorry, to just leave a zone wide open. And Flacco is good enough to find those. But fortunately for us, they kind of shoot themselves in the foot and put themselves in a 1st and 15 situation.
7-0 Indy. The only touchdown, a fumble recovery touchdown. 1st and 15 for Joe Flacco from the Vikings 32. Flacco takes the snap. He's going to whip it out right to Jonathan Taylor outside the numbers, and he is taken down, and he's taken down violently by Jerry Tillery. That'll be a loss of 4 yards. Check that. That was not Tillery. On the tackle for the Vikings was Pat Jones.
Oh, Pat Jones.
Pat Jones.
Pat Jones getting in there.
Pat Jones, you say?
Yeah. I mean, that's
loss of 4.
That's Flores to a T. Just finding guys and sticking them in there, and they go out and make plays.
2nd and 19 from the Vikings 36, approaching the 2-minute warning. Colts with 3 timeouts, Vikings with 2. Indy leads 7-0. Welcome to Sunday Night Football in Minneapolis. Joe Flacco with 2 receivers left and right. He's going to throw to the right side, incomplete. Looking for Josh Downs, surrounded by Stephon Gilmore, along with Cam Bynum and Andrew Van Ginkel. So now it's 3rd and 19 from the Vikings 36.
Paul, you're seeing the game plan against the Viking defense, where Flacco never even set his feet, and he threw that ball to an area, to that open zone on the slant, in between the corner and the linebacker. So that's what they're expecting. He just got rid of that football as quickly as he could.
Colts 1 of 3 on 3rd down. Jonathan Taylor heads to the backfield to join Joe Flacco, who's out of the shotgun. 2 receivers left and right. They're going to run Taylor up the middle. He'll plow his way to the 35 for some tough love yardage. It'll be a gain of 1. So with 2:30 and counting to go in the first half, Vikings get the ball to begin the second half. It is 4th and 18 for Indianapolis. At a tricky part of the field, from the 35, it would be a 52-yard field goal. We bring it up because Matt Gay has been a good kicker this year, but kicking from 50 and beyond has not been his forte. 1 of 3 from 50-plus. He's a 66% career guy from 50 and beyond.
Yeah, they got Flacco still in the huddle. They're going to call a timeout here and talk about it.
2-minute warning. 7-0 Colts. The Colts have a 4th down from the 35. Field goal attempt, we would assume, when we return to U.S. Bank Stadium. This is Minnesota Vikings football. TimberTech and TimberTech.com not only are the best in the business, but the decks they develop and the decks they build are the highest of quality. In fact, you will endure a lifetime of happiness with that deck with TimberTech. So ask for TimberTech when putting together your next project, and that also can include porches. TimberTech.com is where you find the free samples. Once again, start at TimberTech.com.
Don't you love the sounds of the holiday season? The bells, the sleighs. Woohoo! If so, your holiday's now even more magical, because now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, you can take home your favorite Hyundai with some of the season's greatest savings.
Drive away now in the Santa Fe with 1.99% APR for 72 months. Only during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offer ends January 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Something big is happening at Hy-Vee. We've just lowered thousands and thousands of prices on thousands and thousands of items in every aisle and in every department. Online, too. And on many of your favorite products. We've even matched prices with some of the biggest discount stores in the country. Because we get it, times are still tough. So we'll continue to work hard to bring you new lower prices on thousands of items. Things are looking different at Hy-Vee. Come see for yourself.
Metro Transit and the Minnesota Vikings make game day stress-free. Take Metro Transit to all Vikings games this season. Join fellow fans and hop on North Star from the north, or take the Metro Blue and Green lines or multiple bus routes straight to U.S. Bank Stadium. Sack paying for parking and give traffic a punt. Make your round trip easy and avoid ticket lines with the North Star Family Pass or the all-day pass for the Metro Lines and Bus. Find all your options at metrotransit.org/Vikings.
Sounds like a horse with asthma. Vikings Colts talk tomorrow with Tana and Common right here on the Fan.
Alrighty, 7-0 Indianapolis on a fumble recovery touchdown. And it's 4th and 18, Indy from the Vikings 35. They're going to let Matt Gay try a 53-yard field goal. Once again, Gay, 1 of 3 from 50-plus this year, 66% in his career from 50-plus. This has not been the strength of a Super Bowl winning kicker who won a Super Bowl with Kevin O'Connell and the Los Angeles Rams. Snap spot to the west side of U.S. Bank Stadium. Gay, plenty of leg. Sorry! 50 and beyond ain't your thing, my man. 7-0 Indianapolis, 1:55 to go in the first half. And the Vikings not only have wonderful field position, they get the ball to begin the second half. But how about this, Pete? You know, I said to you last series, is it possible for us to not trail the Indianapolis Colts at U.S. Bank Stadium in the first half? So I went back and looked at that 2016 game we had here.
Yeah.
In 3 games between Indianapolis and the Vikings at U.S. Bank Stadium, the Indianapolis Colts had finished the first half leading the Minnesota Vikings 67-0. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I don't know what it is about the Colts and their first half defense. I like the way our offense is looking, except for our interior protection. That's really been the thorn in our side thus far.
1st and 10, Darnold out of the shotgun, trailing by a touchdown, throws over the middle, caught Jefferson. That's a good idea. Oh, sweet move to the left at the 40. He'll get to the 37 and finally be stopped at the 35. 21-yard connection, Darnold to Jefferson. Clock runs, Vikes with 2 timeouts, Colts with 3. Colts lead 7-0. First down, Vikings from the Colts 35.
And those underneath routes like that have been there. It's just a matter of protecting Darnold long enough for him to get downtown.
Darnold, shotgun, 2 receivers left and right, first down. He's going to throw it at the feet of Aaron Jones. They were trying to set up a screen left for 33. Bradbury and Ingram a little slow to get out there, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the play just wasn't there, and Darnold did the smart thing, and that's just get rid of the football. And that's a good call at this stage of the game, number one. If it doesn't pan out, you stop the clock, but if you get it to the outside, you have plenty of room to get out of bounds. We're definitely in field goal range. Just stay positive. Try not to get any sacks, lost yardage. So here we go.
Jones motions to the backfield on 2nd and 10 from the Indianapolis 35. 3 receivers right, Jefferson left. Darnold throwing to Jefferson. Caught on the run at the 20, angles to the center of the field to the 15, and he's taken down by safety Nick Cross. 23 yards, Darnold to Jefferson. First down from the Colts 11.
Yeah, you want to blitz? Good luck. You want to blitz and leave our guy one-on-one on the outside?
Indianapolis, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 1 minute and 13 seconds. 1:13 on the game clock, please.
Jalen Jones, one-on-one with a cushion. He doesn't have a chance, Paul. So just a great job on the adjustment by the route. We call it bang 8. It's a quick, up the field and then a little bit of a post route, and what a throw by Darnold as well. So, go ahead and do that, because you better get there on the blitz, because you're not going to be able to cover JJ one-on-one in space. It's almost as if it's been enough time where JJ hasn't been open, and so they start maybe not to say fall asleep on him, but not respecting him the way that defenses have, especially in the passing game, and he's going to make you pay for it.
Jefferson, 52 yards from having the fourth most receiving yards in Vikings history, passing Adam Thielen. Darnold, 1st and 10 from the Colts 11. Late in the first half, trailing by 7 out of the shotgun. Hands it up to Aaron Jones. Tough sledding against this Colts front 4. Hit at the 10s.
Second charge, timeout, Indianapolis, 30 seconds.
Stopped at the 9, gain of 2. Colts have 1 timeout remaining. KO has 2. It's 2nd and 8 from the Colts 9.
Well, he kind of, I think, did us a little bit of a favor there by calling a timeout, because if the Vikings take 2 or 3 plays to score, they're not going to get the ball until there's well under a minute left. So, whatever. But they're giving us a little more time to get in with the play that we want.
Ben, what's on your mind?
Yeah, just talking game theory. You guys were just kind of alluding to it. We got 1:10 on the clock until the end of the first half, and we do get the ball back. I think you want to maximize every single second and just suck it down and not allow the Colts to get one more possession here. So it's a matter of scoring, but just not scoring too quickly, guys.
2nd and 8 from the Colts 9, 7-0 Indy. Hawkinson in motion to the left. 3 receivers left, Addison right. Darnold back to pass. Flustered. Hit sacked! Back at the 23. DeForest Buckner got him. 3 sacks for the Colts in the first half. Loss of 14. Timeout on the field. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, one of the things I think that Darnold is going to have to learn is that just spinning out just gives up more yards, right? And it was, DeForest Buckner just one-on-one. And Blake Brandel did not do too bad of a job. He was picked off a little bit by Kwity Paye in the outside coming underneath. So he got caught in the mix a little bit, and that freed up DeForest Buckner. So huge loss there. Still well into field goal range, but again, Darnold just wants to duck and run, and what it ends up being is just more of a loss. So the Vikings have to get this to the 1-yard line to reset the downs. So we need 20-some yards here in the next play.
Darnold, shotgun, 3rd and 20 from the 21. 2 receivers left. Jefferson on the outside. Darnold back to pass, straight drop. He's going to throw it to Jefferson at the 16. Weaves to the right, stopped at the 14. It's going to be a gain of 8 yards for Justin Jefferson. And that'll bring up 4th and 12 from the Colts 13. Colts use their final timeout.
Well, and like I said before, they'll get the ball with under a minute left to go. The Vikings here looks like keeping the offense on the field.
No timeout. My fault. Clock's running.
So I'd assume they're going to let this clock run down. We'll take the timeout and put the field goal unit. But Paul, getting 3 points on the board before halftime, it's really a huge win. And it hasn't been penalties that have hurt us in the lost yardage category. It's been quarterback sacks. They've gotten a darn.
Timeout, Minnesota.
I believe at least 3 times, if not 4 already in the first half. So
2 by Stewart, 1 by DeForest Buckner.
Yeah.
The defensive tackles. The defensive tackles with all the sacks.
Right. It's that gut pressure, right? And there are guys running open in the middle of the field. So we have to figure that out at halftime for sure.
Yeah.
What can they do to help up front now? Keeping their defense on the field, and we have them 2-1 in time of possession.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to help. It's going to help in the long run. But for the next few series and coming out at halftime, they're going to have to figure something out to shore up that protection in the middle.
All right, 17 seconds to go in the first half. 7-0 Indy. Will Reichard with a 31-yard try left hash. He missed for the first time this season earlier from 53. Snap spot. Riker. Kick is up. It hit the right upright. He's 0 for 2. Are you kidding me with this?
Can we not have nice things in Minnesota?
Well, I mean, he was 34 or 34 on all his kicks coming into this thing. Now he's 0 of 2. Okay, 7-0 Indy, 13 seconds to go in the first half. We pause on the KFAM Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
From the convenience stores in Cloquet to the supermarkets in St. Cloud, the Minnesota Lottery's Vikings scratch game is here. These are the concrete coliseums where we'll challenge chance and chase glory, where we'll gamely scratch and fearlessly scrape in pursuit of up to $100,000 in cash prizes. These are the stadiums where we come to play. Get in the game. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
Football fans, meet Pays, an online checkout offered by banks and credit unions. With Pays, checking out is fast and convenient because eligible cards appear in one place, ready to use when you order your game day food delivery, your team's latest jersey, or flights to away games. You can beef up your defense at online checkout too. Using Pays gives you added security too, because actual card numbers aren't shared with merchants. Find out if your bank or credit union offers Pays today at PAZE.com.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
Hey, it's Chris Aki. You want Vikings coverage? You want NFL coverage? You want the Power Trip Morning Show? We have Jonathan Gennard every Tuesday. We have Tom Pelissero every Thursday. We've got you covered on the Power Trip Morning Show, 5:30 to 9, right here on your home of all things purple, The Fan.
Scoreboard Central.
Brought to you by U.S. Bank, the official bank of the Minnesota Vikings. If you did not see Saquon Barkley and that hurdle, it's one of those things, Google it, YouTube it, whatever. It was unbelievable. He was running backwards and hurdled the guy. 28-23 after Barkley also had 27 carries, 159 yards, and a touchdown, and the Eagles get the win. Bears are 4-4 now after dropping to the Cardinals, 29-9, and it was a wet, rainy one in Lambeau, and the Lions get the win, 24-14. Love with 273 yards, but he also threw a pick six in that loss. That makes the Lions 7-1 and still at the top of the NFC North. Now back to you, PA.
All right, my brother. And the Vikings are at Jacksonville a week from today. Jags lost to the Philadelphia Eagles 28-23. Vikings with 3 consecutive road games beginning next week at Jacksonville, at Tennessee, and at Soldier Field. And halftime is coming up now. Joe Flacco goes to a knee. Grover Stewart forced a fumble. Kenny Moore II picked it up, scampered to the end zone from 38 out. And that's our score at halftime, 7-0 Indianapolis. Main man must with the halftime show coming up around the corner on the KFAM Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Flores.
What's poppin'? Justin Jefferson here.
Football is a lot of explosions, a lot of energy and attitude.
It's a whole different vibe with these open earbuds. It's like you're in the moment, but also you can hear everything around you. You can be involved.
To have good sound and to be so light on your ear means a lot to me. Putting that music into my ears,
you feel good enough to go out there and play.
You turn on that switch, no one can stop you.
For more, check out Bose.com.
This season, while you cheer for the Minnesota Vikings, remember that Central Specialties Inc. of Alexandria is working hard to keep you moving, from building and maintaining our highways to ensuring safe and smooth rides. Central Specialties is your trusted partner in road construction throughout Minnesota and the Dakotas. Central Specialties is looking for dedicated individuals to join our winning team. Explore career opportunities at centralspecialties.com. Central Specialties Inc. is an equal opportunity affirmative action employer. It's on us.
The Yaller horn has spoken. It's saying, when the Vikings score, Vikings fans win. This season, if the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns in a single game, you get a free Big Mac. That's right. When the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns in a game, get a free Big Mac with a purchase of $2 or more. Only on the McDonald's app. Offer valid once per person the day after the Vikings score 2+ touchdowns through 1/31/2025 at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards.
Metro Transit and the Minnesota Vikings make game day stress-free. Take Metro Transit to all Vikings games this season. Join fellow fans and hop on North Star from the north, or take the Metro Blue and Green lines or multiple bus routes straight to U.S. Bank Stadium. Sack paying for parking and give traffic a punt. Make your round trip easy and avoid ticket lines with the North Star Family Pass or the all-day pass for the Metro Lines and Bus. Find all your options at metrotransit.org/Vikings.
Your home for all things purple. FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
The Minnesota Vikings halftime report is presented by U.S. Bank, Polaris, Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, and by Twin Cities Orthopedics. Now live from U.S. Bank Stadium, here's Mike Mussman.
7-0 at the half. Colts have the lead after two missed Reichert field goals from 53 to 31. We'll get into that coming up here in just a little bit. But presented by Lumen, here are your halftime stats. Official technology partner of the Minnesota Vikings is Lumen. And it was Sam Darnold, first half, 16 of 19, 136 and an interception. Justin Jefferson, 1 for 1 passing, 22 yards, just a crazy double pass. Then very bad things happened right after we got that 3rd and 16 first down. We'll get into that as well. Justin Jefferson, 4 receptions, 74 yards in the first half. Jones on the ground, 10 carries, 29 yards. Akers actually has had a couple of carries, 16. Then you go on the other side after you find out that Sam Darnold was sacked 3 times by the Colts. The Colts, Joe Flacco, 6 of 10, 62 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That's a rating of 77.9. Taylor on the ground, 8 carries, 31 yards, going at 3.9 per Granson. 1 reception, 22 yards. That's what leads receiving. Downs has 2 receptions and just 17 yards. But again, the Minnesota Vikings sit trailing the Colts 7-0 with total net yards 194 for the Vikings, 92 for the Colts. Time of possession, 20 minutes for the Vikings. Just under 10 minutes time of possession for the Colts, and those are your halftime stats. Let's take a look around the league for some other scores here for you. Again, if you haven't seen the Saquon Barkley hurdle, it's insane. I don't even know how he was able to do that. And the Eagles beat the Jags 28-23. Hurts goes for 230 yards and a couple of touchdowns. Bears are now 4-4 at the bottom of the NFC North. They lose to the Cardinals 29-9 in a weird, it's hailing out, and we had to close the roof, and then it stopped hailing immediately after that. But the Cards get the win. Lions, Packers, wish they had a roof. It was raining like crazy at Lambeau. 24-14, Lions 7-1 right now, as Goff has another amazing game, but he only had a rating of 109.3, so, it wasn't that great. I mean, for his standards. Love throws a pick 6 in that loss. And it's the Rams and Seahawks final, 26-20 after a wonderful 100 stab by Robinson. It was great for the Rams, and they end up getting the win in that one. All right. Only one Minnesota brand has what it takes to help you explore the roads, the trails, the lakes, and the snow. Polaris. Think outside. We'll stay inside as Tatum Everett's going to join me from the VEN. We're going to talk about a lot of weird things that happened in that first half, especially for your Minnesota Vikings, as they trail 7-0 on the Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
Hey, so what's better than a Vikings win? Celebrating a Vikings win cruising around in a brand new Polaris Slingshot S or a Polaris snowmobile. So right now at Quick Trip, for every $1 you spend with Quick Rewards, you'll earn a Fan Zone point to spend in the Viking Zone. Then with your Quick Rewards app, spend points for your chance to win prizes throughout the season, like a Polaris Slingshot S. Nice! Kick off your winning season with Quick Trip and your Minnesota Vikings. See QuickTrip.com/fanzone for details.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today, based on calendar year total sales.
Are
Are you ready for some football? Well, you are now, thanks to Ticketmaster. As the official ticket marketplace of the Minnesota Vikings and the NFL, Ticketmaster's got the best way to take it to the house when it comes to being there live. They're the safest and most convenient marketplace to score fully verified Vikings tickets. And even if your plans get broken up or worse, turned over, Ticketmaster gives you more flexibility to sell your seats. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Vikings.
New Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, a non-carbonated refresher with alcohol for weekend flavor any day of the week. Like when you get a case of the Mondays, swap it for the bright fruit flavors of Happy Thursday. Or when Tuesday needs a tune-up, look forward to Happy Thursday. And by Wednesday, you're already halfway there. So drink in the weekend flavor of Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday Spiked Refreshers, weekend flavor any day of the week. Celebrate responsibly. Non-carbonated, naturally flavored with other natural flavors. 21 and up, contains alcohol. 2024 Molson Coors Beverage Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin beer.
Your home for all things purple. 10-5, touchdown! FM 100.3 KFAN, The Fan.
It's 7-0 Colts here at the half. U.S. Bank Stadium, Vikings Football Sunday on Must, and there's a new way to stream your Vikings coverage shows and insight right on your big screen TV. It's Fox Local, a free streaming app. Search Fox Local on your streaming device, then install and stay connected with your Vikings and local news with Fox Local. And joining me now from the VEN, the Vikings Entertainment Network, Tatum Everett. It's 7-0, and the strangest of strange happened in that first half. Will Reichert missed not one, but 2 field goals from 51 and 31. 53 and 30.
I saw Kevin Seifert from ESPN tweet out that this is only, missing multiple field goals for Will Reichert's only happened 3 times in his
entire career.
Something like that, or it's 3 to 5 times. It's unheard of. I think we were all waiting for the shoe to drop. Unfortunately, you don't want to see that happen because he's just so darn accurate. It was 34 straight kicks this season to open up the year. That second one was a real tough one to watch because, that's almost an extra point.
Right.
He's pretty much automatic from there. To see that, he'll shake it off. Will the thrill will be back?
Yeah, we hope so. I mean, that would have been so huge, even just to get the field goal now because we get the ball to start off the second half. You turn things around here. How about the double pass?
Finally worked, huh?
Across the entire field. So Darnold throws it out to the left side of the field and out to JJ all the way across back over to Jones. It was 3rd and 16, and they got it.
That was big. I mean, there have been moments, and they have been able to move the ball. That's why it's so befuddling almost that they haven't been able to put that on the board.
Right.
There's no points on the board, yet they're moving the ball. They have double the amount of yards in the first half. They have more than double the first downs. They've had the ball for more than double what the Colts have, and yet they're trailing. But that's because both offenses have been shut out in this game, which again is just so strange.
Right after the double pass, bad things happen. Grover Stewart with the strip sack, and then Moore with the scoop and score, and that's how we get our score.
It's an interesting thing. The flag was there, so you would have been able to make that call, right? The call could have been there for contact to Sam Darnold's helmet.
Right.
A lot of the images you see side by side look very similar to what happened. Now, granted, in the Rams game, they couldn't review that call. But in this game, they threw a flag. You can look at that.
Right.
It was a very interesting no call.
I wonder if it's because it was on a scoring play, but I'm not sure.
I don't know. I like hearing the rules experts from the broadcast. So unfortunately, I didn't get to hear that part because not unfortunately, I get to.
Well, you're not
you
talking
guys.
to a rules expert here. I can tell you that much. Tatum Everett, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
All right. Yeah, you got it. 7-0. Colts have the lead. And we got the second half coming up. The ball will be the Minnesota Vikings to kick it off. And Eden Prairie Center Wildfire offers a selection of steaks, chops, and seafood in a modern-day 1940 supper club. Visit wildfirerestaurant.com and do it today. Second half coming up next. This is Vikings football.
Keep your business connected with Wi-Fi backup, even during a power outage.
Everybody good? Lights are out, but the Wi-Fi's up. Let's power on.
Call Comcast Business today.
Get started with internet and security for $49.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year contract. And find out how to add Wi-Fi backup. Plus, ask how to get up to a $500 prepaid card with a qualifying internet package. Call today. Ends 11/17/24. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 150 megabit per second internet and security edge. EcoBill and autopay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change.
With its smart, sustainable water solutions, Pentair helps the world move, improve, and enjoy water, life's most essential resource. From great tasting water for homes and businesses, to energy-efficient pumping solutions and everywhere in between, Pentair is focused on driving innovation that helps people and the planet thrive. Visit Pentair.com to learn how. Pentair, the official sustainable water partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
Allina Health Aetna is a Minnesota-based health insurance company. Our plans include coverage for medical and mental health care with no and low-cost minute clinic visits at CVS Pharmacy and Target stores. We also offer virtual care that's only a text message away. Through our partnerships with Minnesota's top doctors and facilities, we're able to bring quality, more affordable health coverage to Minnesotans. Allina Health Aetna, built to keep the healthcare experience simple and useful for you. Visit AllinaHealthAetna.com to learn more.
Nothing says game day like a delicious drink from Caribou Coffee, the official hometown coffee of the Minnesota Vikings. Make the most of your coffee run when you join Caribou Perks. Become a member and get a free drink after your first purchase. Plus, download the app for even more of what you love, including order ahead so you can get your drink when, where, and how you want it every time. Redeem rewards, save your favorite locations, and so much more. Text PERKS to 762-CARIBOU to join today.
Home of the Vikings, Gophers, and Wild. Minnesota sports station is FM 100.3 KFAN. Now back to the stadium and the fans, Paul Allen.
All righty. It is a slump-busting Sunday for the Minnesota Vikings, but they are 7 points behind into the third quarter. Welcome back to U.S. Bank Stadium, 7-0 Indianapolis. And regardless of the season, Polaris makes a way for you to enjoy the outdoors. Hop on a boat, motorcycle, sled, ATV, or side-by-side and see all Minnesota has to offer. Polaris, think outside. Thanks to Quick Trip, who scored Minnesota's first points to jumpstart its comeback 2 years ago, down 33-zip at halftime to the Indianapolis Colts. Was it Justin Jefferson, C.J. Ham, K.J. Osborne, or Adam Thielen? The answer, K.J. Osborne. That's courtesy of Quick Trip and QuickTrip.com. And Vikings fans, right now you can pick up a commemorative Pepsi Vikings Cup at U.S. Bank Stadium for your chance to win Victor's Ride or other great prizes. And by the way, fill it with an ice-cold Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Minnesota Vikings. Boom! Matt Gay's kick sails out of the end zone, and the Minnesota Vikings begin at their 30-yard line, trailing 7-0. Sam Darnold, 16 of 19, 138, no TDs, but a pick to Zaire Franklin. It was a bad pass. Aaron Jones, 2.9 per carry, 29 yards. Justin Jefferson, 4 catches, 74 yards. And the Indianapolis Colts' only touchdown came on a Grover Stewart strip sack, scooped up by Kenny Moore II, who got in from 38 yards out, and here we are. Darnold under center. Offset eye right behind him. Play action to Jones. Sam steps up, throws left, and it's caught by Jefferson, who tries to spin away from the safety. And he's able to get to the 50, maybe the 49 of the Indianapolis Colts. 21-yard connection. Darnold to Jefferson, first down.
That was a great timing on the play action as the Colts were blitzing. And so, again, when you do that, you're one-on-one on the outside with Jalen Jones on Justin Jefferson. We saw that matchup in the first half. Justin wins it again. Doesn't even allow Jalen Jones to bring him to the ground. So, nice first play to get us to midfield.
180! First down, 1st and 10 from the Colts 49, just underway in the second half. Receivers left and right, handoff Aaron Jones, big hole to the right side. He gets to the 47. Then he's corralled at the 45 for a gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Patience in the running game, Paul. This Colts defense has struggled to stop the run this season, and I go by time of possession, 2-1 in favor of the Minnesota Vikings. This running game is going to get explosive if we can stay patient and continue to do it.
Jefferson wide right, 43 yards from passing Adam Thielen for the 4th most receiving yards in Vikings history. 2nd and 6 from the Colts 45. Sam back to pass out of the shotgun. Great time. Throws right, caught, first down at the 26-yard line. He's TJ Hawkinson for 19.
Now, great job by TJ Hawkinson, Paul, running a deep crossing route and then just settles in, gets behind the linebackers, and then just stays in between the safety in the corner and the linebacker great throw by Darnold. It's like they're on the same page, which is a good sign.
1st and 10 from the Colts 26. 2 receivers left. Addison right. Jones the single set. Moving up front. Grover Stewart came plowing by Blake Brandell. Sean Smith with the answer.
Encroachment.
Good.
Defense number 90.
Good.
5-yard penalty. First down.
1st and 5 from the 21.
Now you got to keep the pressure on them. They jump, get them to jump off sides. Get the 1st and 5 now. Make them run. Double team. Just keep pounding the football on the inside. We've got them a little bit on their heels, Paul, and we hope for the first time today. I don't know if we were in the red zone exactly when Darnold threw that first interception, but it's been a while since we've been in the red zone, and we got to make them pay.
1st and 5 from the Colts 21. Darnold under center. Goes to Aaron Jones, who swings around the left side outside the numbers to the 20 and is taken down at the 17-yard line. Julian Blackman with a wonderful open field tackle. He had a pick 6 here in the big comeback in 2022. It's a gain of 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. And Sam Darnold quick snaps the Indianapolis Colts and dives ahead for a gain of 2. It'll be 1st down for the Minnesota Vikings from right around the 14-yard line, inside the red zone, inside the 20 for the first time today. The Indianapolis Colts have 4 red zone takeaways this season, 2nd most in the NFL, trailing Pittsburgh.
Just got to be careful with the football here. And you talk about free. We've heard that phrase. This is the area where Jordan Addison gets to be dangerous. You try to cover him one-on-one this part of the field. I'm feeling Jordan Addison right about now.
He's to the inside of Justin Jefferson to the right. 2 tight ends, Hawkinson and Munt to the left of new tackle Cam Robinson. Pass out right. Caught by Jefferson, but it gets claustrophobic as Grant Stewart blew it up for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the Colts 15.
And if there's one area where I think Justin Jefferson isn't elite, is not elite, is kind of in that screen game, right? They had that quick twitch, smaller type wide receiver to run those, but still getting the ball in the hands of Justin Jefferson is going to pay some dividends.
On 2nd down, it's 2nd and 10, 7th play of a possession that's gone 56 yards to start the second half. Darnold out of the shotgun, trailing by a touchdown, throws to the end zone, incomplete to Johnny Munt. Front right of the end zone, Nick Cross part of the coverage. They came to see T.J. Hawkinson, but the pass went the way of Johnny Munt. It's now 3rd and 10 from the Colts 15.
And what a beautiful throw by Sam Darnold. That ball was put exactly where it needed to be. It was Johnny Munt. He fakes a post route and then angles it to the corner, and Darnold just gets that football right where it needed to be. Should have been a catch, should have been a touchdown.
Minnesota 2 of 7 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 10 from the Colts 15. Indy leads 7-0, about 11 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. 3 receivers left. Cam Akers right behind Garrett Bradbury. Darnold takes the snap. He's looking left, throwing left, caught at the 5, and it's a Vikings first down. Jordan Addison caught it at the first down marker, spun his way for an extra yard, and now it's 1st and goal, Minnesota from the 4.
Now we're seeing some of the adjustments that they made at halftime. Cam Akers, instead of being next to or behind the quarterback for pass protection, he's like standing right in that A gap to slow the rush of Grover Stewart and DeForest Buckner, which is smart because Darnold had plenty of time. And I was talking about free 3, get him the football. Man, he almost got that thing in there.
Jefferson left, Addison right, 2 tight ends, Munt and Hawkinson to the right of Brian O'Neill. Darnold swings out to the right. He throws to the end zone, and Addison caught it! Yes! Touchdown! A diving grab by Jordan Addison, and it's 7-6 Indianapolis.
Man, I was feeling number 3 this whole drive, Paul, and he comes up with an unbelievable catch. What almost looked like a broken play. You have a blitz by the linebackers and just an unbelievable throw by Darnold. And folks, when you get a chance to see this catch, wow, the one-handed tap in the air and then is able to come down with it. What an unbelievable grab by Jordan Addison.
Reichard, 20 of 20 on extra points, snap spot, and it's good. Will Reichert's extra point is good, and the Minnesota Vikings go 9 plays, 70 yards, take 4.5 minutes to begin the second half. Sam Darnold with his 15th touchdown pass this season, 3rd touchdown overall for Addison, and on the Sleep Number scoreboard, we're tied at 7, 10:23 to go in the third quarter on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by Free and Polaris.
If you're a window installer, keep it simple. Choose Anderson 400 Series windows. They're the clapboard windows contractors trust the most. So much so, they're the windows contractors trust for their own homes. And with fewer callbacks, the choice is simple. It's Anderson 400 Series windows, the windows contractors trust the most. Get started at AndersonWindows.com today.
Claims based on 2022 Anderson brand survey of U.S. contractors.
Hey, Vikings fans, listen up. Step up your shoe game this season with Trade Home Shoes, your Minnesota-based employee-owned retailer. Trade Home Shoes has on-trend footwear for the entire family. Brands like New Balance, Hoka, On, Birkenstock, Rival Shoes, and more. With over a century of experience in 130 locations nationwide, Trade Home Shoes is where generations meet comfort and style. Trade Home Shoes. Enjoy life. Feet first.
Hey, friends with food allergies. Life is about to get way easier. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Look, let's not argue. You've got enough stress. Just remember this name. Liam's. Liam's. Lee to the ums. As in Liam's frozen entrees that are free of the top 9 allergens. What? Gluten-free, too. Delicious, nutritious, ready in minutes, safe meals for you, your kids, and even those adorable people who can eat whatever they want. Liam's rocks. To find which grocer's freezers are cool enough to stock Liam's, head to saferplate.com.
Why do 90% of Vikings players have a Sleep Number smart bed? Because they need a bed that adjusts to their individual shape, position, and temperature preferences to help boost recovery time. Sleep Number does that. Game-changing sleep is life-changing. And now, during our Veterans Day sale, save 40% on the Sleep Number Special Edition smart bed, exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, the official sleep and wellness partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
Hey, it's Meat Sauce here. Sunday Night Football is the absolute best. I've been waiting all day. I don't know if I can finish that. That might be trademarked. Anyway, Power Trip Morning Show returns tomorrow, 5:30 to 9, right here on The Fan.
Game tied at 7, 10:23 to go in the third quarter. Quick pause for station identification. This right here is Minnesota Vikings football.
The radio home of the Minnesota Vikings. FM 100.3, KFXM Minneapolis, St. Paul. The Fan.
Happy Sunday. Ben Lieber, Pete Bursich, Paul Allen. On-site producer, Chad Abbott. Engineer, Jared Wells. Main man Muss at Scoreboard Central. Nick Madden on the social media portion of the equation at KFAN 1003 on Twitter. David Koob, statistician and spotter. Amplification coordinator, Sochia Chum. And with 10:23 to go in the third quarter, the Colts get the ball for the first time in a game tied at 7. Joe Flacco, 6 of 10, 62 yards. Jonathan Taylor, 8 runs, 31 yards. They have 30 rushing yards. They don't even have 100 yards of offense. Their only touchdown is via a fumble recovery. The Colts have 92 yards compared to 259 for the Vikings, and here comes Joe Flacco. He's going to hand it to Ashton Doolin on a jet sweep right to left. Doolin turns it up outside the numbers 30, 35. In front of his bench, gets to the 40, taken down at the 43. Ashton Doolin with a 13-yard run.
And Ashton Doolin is kind of he's kind of their guy, their gadget guy, if you will. He had an opportunity to come up with a reception earlier that fell short. That was good timing for the Minnesota Vikings, but the Colts able to move the chains and get themselves the first down. We got to stiffen up here as they approach midfield.
Flacco under center. His center is Ryan Kelly, 9th year from Alabama. Doolin in motion to the left. Flacco on a 7-step drop, looking left. The Vikings rush 3. He's going to throw left, and it's caught by Alec Pierce at the Vikings 49. Now, Flacco could have hit Jonathan Taylor or Alec Pierce. They were right next to each other. Gain of 9, 2nd and 1.
Well, it was initially a great job by Camus Grugier-Hill to see the bootleg and then the sprint over there. But Flacco had way too much time, and as the receivers drifted to the
After
flat.
replay assistance, ruling on the field is a first down.
All right. That's the third time today we've had some replay assistance. So they're leaning on that heavily tonight, apparently. But just no pressure at all on Flacco.
Here we go. Hurry up.
Sean Smith channeling his inner Trey Blake.
That's going to be a meme before you know it.
All right. 1st and 10 for the Vikings, operating without Blake Cashman. Their leading tackler into 3 games ago, out for a 3rd consecutive game. And Joe Flacco goes out of the shotgun, puts Ogletree in motion to the right. On 1st down, Flacco rolling out to the right, throwing to the right, throwing to the sideline. Kevin O'Connell attempting to make a one-handed, right-handed grab. Couldn't do it. Flag on the play.
Holding.
Yes.
Offense number 72.
Okay.
10-yard penalty. First down.
That's their right tackle, Braden Smith.
Yeah, Braden Smith, who has struggled. That was the direction that Flacco ended up rolling out to. So you got to hold to Jonathan Bullard and draws the penalty. But great job by the underneath coverage, and especially Dallas Turner, getting himself out, understanding that when the quarterback rolls out, you push your zone. So he widened. It was a very, very nice job in coverage by the Vikings defense.
Ivan Pace rolls up to the line of scrimmage. Opposite center, Ryan Kelly. Now he backs off. 3 down linemen on 1st and 20. Flacco with a fastball over the middle. Incomplete. Short hop. Josh Downs. Flacco got hit too. No flags. So it'll be 2nd and 20 from the Colts 42. 3rd quarter, game tied at 7.
So we walked Ivan Pace and Josh Metellus up into the A-gaps, and it was Dallas Turner who came from the outside free. And thank goodness for that 4.4 speed, because he got there just in time to get onto Flacco as he was throwing that football, and it went incomplete. Yeah. So the defense, Paul, is really looking good. They're looking sharper than they've looked in the last 2 games.
Maybe the new hashtag is 315. 2nd and 20 for the Colts. Downs in motion to the right. The Vikings rush 4. Flacco, deep drop, throws into Vikings territory, caught. Michael Pittman Jr. at the 45-yard line. That'll be a gain of 14 for Pittman, his first catch, Ben Lieber.
Yeah, you know, one of the issues the last couple of weeks we keep hearing about, the secondary, too many miscommunication, too many busted coverages, being undisciplined. I'm telling you right now, we're not seeing any of that in this game, whether it's motions, shifts, adjustments. Our defensive backfield looks like they're communicating clearly and have not been a lot of obvious busts back there.
The Colts are 25%, 1 of 4 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 6 from the Vikings 44. Game tied at 7. Trey Sermon in the game for Jonathan Taylor. Low snap to Flacco. Vikings blitz. Joe on 3rd down. Hit by Metellus. Throws right. Ball's batted. Incomplete. Discombobulation central for the Indianapolis Colts. Metellus almost had a sack. Bernard tipped the ball. There was almost an interception. And after all that, it's 4th down for the Indianapolis Colts from the Vikings 44. They're keeping the offense on the field.
What was different there? It was man-to-man coverage. Flacco had absolutely nowhere to go with it because there were no zones that were open that he was expecting. Made him hold on to the football.
The Colts are 6 of 9 this year on 4th down conversions. 4th and 6 from the Vikings 44. Downs in motion to the right. 5 on the play clock. 6'4" Joe Flacco awaiting the snap from Ryan Kelly.
Just stay on sides.
They're just messing around.
Win game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
That's where you got to be smart on defense, Paul. I mean, a 5-yard penalty would have probably have net them the 1st down, if not 4th and just inches. So they wanted just 5 more yards to punt the football away. And great job by our defense getting off the field and not relenting any points.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
Correction. The delay of game penalty is declined. 4th down.
Sanchez, one of the better punters in the NFL. 19 inside the 20 this season, just 3 touchbacks. He's had a couple blocked. The last block was in 2020. Brandon Powell, 1 punt return touchdown in his back pocket. It was in this building when he played for the Rams. Sanchez, right-footed end-over-end production, will bounce inside the 5 and into the end zone for his 4th touchback. And in a game tied at 7 on the Sleep Number scoreboard, the Vikings have the ball middle of the 3rd quarter from their own 30 when we return to the KFAM Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
You're free now. Free to fill your feed with impossibly chunky chunkers who chunk harder than you ever thought possible.
Cats, corgis, babies, baby penguins, baby pandas, chunky baby pandas.
Free to make your smart devices do silly things. Free to open a world of remote work and a portal into Gametopia.
Who's the boss now?
Free to be everything you imagine, and then some. That's how it feels to have Quantum Fiber Internet. Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. Learn more at quantumfiber.com. Limited availability, service in select locations only.
You're listening to Vikings football.
When the game is over, it's time to relax. No matter if it's a win or loss, you always win at Spalon Montage, the Twin Cities' premier salon and spa destination for over 25 years. With convenient locations in Edina, Woodbury, and Chanhassen, there's a Spalon close to you. Right now, football fans, you can get a bonus when you give the gift of Spalon. Purchase a $175 gift certificate and receive a $25 gift certificate for yourself. Visit Spalon.com now or call 952-915-2900.
Well, tonight was huge, so first and foremost, I got to thank my FVP, my car battery for this victory. Without it, I'd still be in my garage. My FVP battery came to play. It always gives 110%, leaves everything on the pavement, and I am so proud of how my FVP hung in today. It overcame high and low temps all season long. It brought the heat tonight. It's not really about whether you win or lose, okay? It's about what battery you put under the hood. FVP kind of sounds like MVP. That's no coincidence. Automotive batteries from FVP. Reach for what works. Visit FVPparts.com.
Martin Marietta, an American-based company, is a leading producer of heavy building materials and the top supplier of asphalt to the Twin Cities. Guided by values like safety, integrity, and stewardship, Martin Marietta strives to provide the materials on which our communities grow. Visit martinmarietta.com to learn more. Interested in a career with a rock-solid team offering competitive pay and benefits? Visit careersthatcrush.com to apply today. Skol, Vikings!
Live stream Vikings games throughout Minnesota all season long. Powered by Quantum Fiber on iHeartRadio and KFAN.
Game tied at 7 in the third quarter. Vikings ball. Left tackle Cam Robinson playing in his 95th game after a trade to the Vikings last Tuesday. Ben Lieber, what do you know about Cam?
Well, I got some intel from somebody that's in that Jags organization. They said, hey, man, we lost a good one. Like, you're getting a real dog in that guy. He brings attitude. He brings toughness, physicality. I've certainly seen a lot of that tonight.
1st and 10, play action, and Darnold rolls out to the right, passes right, caught by Josh Oliver, his favorite target tonight at the 25. Oliver goes plowing for a gain of 11. So that's a first down for the Vikings. That's a 4-reception game for Josh Oliver, tying his career high.
Yeah, he's on the pay no mind list tonight with TJ Hawkinson back, so he's taking full advantage.
A couple of receivers left, 2 to the right. 1st and 10 for the Vikings. Game tied at 7. Oliver in motion to the right of Darnold, who has 15 on the play clock. He's under center. Tailback is Aaron Jones. Darnold backed off for a second. Now he goes play action to Jones, looking to the left. He's going to throw it out to the right. Incomplete. Flag on the play way back in the secondary. Risky pass by Darnold, but he threw it out of bounds.
This is going to be a Vikings first down.
It is?
Get a hold on the defense.
What?
Holding on the Colts defense is the preliminary signal.
Defense number 40.
Hey.
5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Again, Jalen Jones, Paul. He's holding on to Justin Jefferson. That's part of the thing where when you find a weakness or a spot on a defense, you have to press it until it breaks. And we're starting to see it break down with Jalen Jones because he's been one-on-one a lot on the outside with the Colts blitzing more than I expected him to. They blitzed 40% of the time against the Texans, and it worked well for him. So let's see what happens.
Jefferson, 6 catches, 96 yards, wide right. Handoff Jones. He squirts through the line of scrimmage right up the middle across the 35, hit at the 37, stopped after a gain of 3 with 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's 2nd and 7, game tied at 7.
I'd love to see Cam Akers get in there and get a few carries as Jones. That was his 13th carry of the evening. So, you have to always keep that in the back of your mind with Aaron Jones is the pitch count, right? But still, that little simple downhill run netted him 4 yards. It's starting to build. It's starting to get there.
2nd and 7, Colts go nickel. They bring in corner Sam Womack III. Darnold, shotgun, 2 receivers left and right. Short drop, looking left, steps away from the pressure, out to the left, pumps, runs. First down, 45, 50, slides yards at the 50-yard line, and 11-yard run for Sam, the man on the fan. It's a first down for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more of this quick passing game, Paul. The three-step, trying to get the ball out quickly. It's not there. I'd love to see Darnold pull that thing down just a little bit more quickly, but a nice job on the outside by Cam Robinson on Laiatu Latu, Paul. He's doing a wonderful job so far tonight.
3 runs, 15 yards for the quarterback, who's out of the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Addison goes in motion to the left. Darnold swings it out to Jones, catches it down by his shins. Then he puts the pedal to the metal to the 50, to the right 45, stopped at the 42-yard line. That's a quick hitting gain of 8, maybe 9, and Jones displayed all of his speed. That'll make it 2nd and 2.
And for some reason, the referee is making Josh Oliver come out. So I don't know if he got hit or they saw something that he didn't like, but
too many catches.
What a catch, though, by Aaron Jones out of the backfield. I mean, that thing was delivered at his shoelaces, and he was able to pick that thing up and then lickety-split, turn it into about 8 yards positive. I mean, that's a very impressive play by Aaron Jones.
41.
5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. 7-7. The Vikings have scored the only points in the second half. Darnold to Addison for a touchdown. 2nd and 2. Handoff Jones. He attempts to go up the middle. He's wrapped up by Grover Stewart, who's having a whale of a game. Grover Stewart caught him at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 2 from the Colts 42.
Yeah, and as we're getting close to 27 minutes of possession to the Colts 12. So, again, our offense has been efficient, kept them on the field. But this right here, this is a key play. And right now, you've got to figure out, am I going to go for it on 4th down if for some reason this doesn't go our way? And the momentum is so much on our side, I wouldn't be surprised if we do.
Minnesota 3 of 8 on 3rd down. 3rd and 2 from the Colts 42. Indy rushes 4. Darnold fade right and caught at the 6-yard line. Here's JJ! And he rolls down to the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Vikings. It's a 41-yard grab by Justin Jefferson. He is 1 yard shy of passing Adam Thielen for the 4th most receiving yards in the history of the Minnesota Vikings. And here comes Sam. 1st and goal. Handoff goes to Aaron Jones. Left side didn't work. He was caught at the line of scrimmage. Might have lost a yard. 2nd and goal.
Oh, and Aaron Jones taking exception to somebody being on top of him, going after someone.
Zaire Franklin.
That's as fired up as I've seen Aaron Jones, maybe ever. But again, you have Samuel Womack just one-on-one in space.
Yep.
Middle closed defense. I mean, they're playing with fire. And it's just such an easy play for Darnold. What a beautiful throw by Darnold, but for JJ to get open. Again, the Colts, they keep pressing their luck, and the more that they have to keep 8 men in the box to stop the run, the more we're going to get those one-on-ones on the outside, Paul. And again, the time of possession, I love it.
Trent Sherfield Sr. checks in, wide receiver right.
Oh, come on. How did we delay the game? How does this happen?
Jeez. We only had 1 penalty before
Prior to the expiration of the play clock, first charge timeout, Minnesota, 30 seconds.
That was huge right there. Then you're staring at 2nd and goal from the 9.
Right.
I mean, holy smokes, we can't afford to go backwards. Again, this is the momentum, Paul. You get a big catch by JJ, right? You don't get the run. Now you have to bang a timeout. So we're giving them time to
game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 3 minutes and 32 seconds.
You're giving them a chance to regroup as we switch personnel here late. Hockenson comes out as Brandon Powell goes in, so we got to score quickly here. Sherfield's not sure if he's in the huddle or not. I mean, we got to get the personnel right.
Yeah.
And we got to execute. We can score a touchdown here. Things are looking really good for the Minnesota Vikings. Momentum completely, I think, going our way.
Sam Darnold, 24 of 28, 253, and a touchdown to Addison. A pick to Zaire Franklin. Aaron Jones, 15 runs, 39 yards. Justin Jefferson, 7 catches, 137 yards. 2nd and goal from the 2, empty backfield. Darnold out of the shotgun. Now Aaron Jones joins him in the backfield. He fakes the handoff. No, he gives it to Jones to the right side. Jones comes back to the left, and It's a big loss. Back to the 7-yard line. It's a loss of 5 yards. That might have been a little too cute. Third and goal.
It was. It was just a little too cute. I think the snap got off late, and Jones lost all of his momentum going outside and tried to make something out of nothing. So,
right.
That's the one part of this offense, Paul, is when you want to make a statement and you've got a defense on their heels, just pound that thing in between the tackles now.
Third and goal, Darnold, shotgun, Jones by his side, Jefferson wide left, 3 receivers right. 7-7, 2:54 to go in the third quarter. Sam back to pass. Straight drop, throws to the end zone, caught! Touchdown! Jalen Naylor with his 4th touchdown this season, and the Minnesota Vikings have grabbed a 13-7 lead.
Yeah, beautiful route. You had not just Justin Jefferson, but Aaron Jones on the outside running post routes to eat up all that coverage, and then you have Jordan Addison just streaking across underneath, and they just can't pass everything off, and you get the touchdown.
Reichert, Naylor, extra point, 1 of 1. Snap spot from between the hash marks. He nails it. 2:49 to go in the third quarter on the Sleep Number scoreboard. The Minnesota Vikings have outscored Indianapolis 14-0 in the third quarter and have a 14-7 lead on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by Polaris.
Don't you love the sounds of the holiday season? The bells, the sleighs. Woohoo! If so, your holiday's now even more magical, because now during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event, you can take home your favorite Hyundai with some of the season's greatest savings.
Drive away now in the Santa Fe with 1.99% APR for 72 months. Only during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Offer ends January 2nd. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
From the convenience stores in Cloquet to the supermarkets in St. Cloud, the Minnesota Lottery's Vikings scratch game is here. These are the concrete coliseums where we'll challenge chance and chase glory, where we'll gamely scratch and fearlessly scrape in pursuit of up to $100,000 in cash prizes. These are the stadiums where we come to play. Get in the game. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
From Medical Solutions getting Vikings players off the sideline and back into the game, we're here. To 3M Technology in the stadium roof helping fans stay warm even in inclement weather, we're here. To the 3M Sensory Room helping fans with sensory needs be part of the game day experience, we're here. To our hearing protection helping fans stay safe while being loud, we're here. From the field to the roof and everywhere in between, 3M Science is here. Visit Vikings.com/Skull Science to see all the ways 3M Science is helping our hometown team. 3M is proud to be the official science sponsor of the Minnesota Vikings.
There are places in life where it's helpful to take shortcuts and cut corners. Your home is not one of them. Home is where it all happens. Pencil marks on the wall, prom staircases and pizza parties. Custom One builds homes around stories. Your story. It's custom because your story hasn't been told before. It means the journey starts with your vision and a blank sheet of paper. Because we've never built your home before and we'll never build it again. Your trusted resource for home building, renovations, landscapes, and exteriors. Custom One. Home comes first.
Even that horseshoe on the helmet ain't going to help this Colts team against the Vikings. We'll discuss the Vikings-Colts game tomorrow, noon to 3, right here on The Fan.
It was a Naylor touchdown. Vikings up 14-7 over the Indianapolis Colts. And Pete Bursich has been talking about time of possession the whole game. And you can tell in this second half, their pass rush, that being the Colts, has been extremely slowed down. Our offensive line, our running backs, our tight ends doing a great job protecting Sam Darnold. And you look at that time of possession, Vikings nearly 30 minutes to the Colts 12 minutes. It's a big difference so far.
Boom! Reichert's kick over the head of Ashton Doolin. And the Colts have it at their own 30 with 2:49 to go in the third quarter.
And Paul, I think we've seen, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I think the defense has shown some swagger the last couple of possessions. And now that we finally have the lead, I hope they can keep it, right? This is not the time to take a breath and say, hey, we finally got the lead after blah, blah, giving up a touchdown and da-da-da. They need to keep the boot on the throat of this offense.
Dallas Turner, the right defensive edge. Handoff Jonathan Taylor. He heads that way, and he's hit and stopped near the line of scrimmage. And just outside the numbers, he will fall ahead for a gain of 1. Harrison Phillips on the tackle. 2nd and 9, but Dallas Turner getting by far his most run this season, this game.
Absolutely, and he's out there having fun and making things happen. And, that was kind of our speculation the last couple of weeks was that game plan-wise, you tried him in a spot, it didn't work, and now he's back home. He looks happy the way he's flying around out there. He looks unbelievable.
Jonathan Taylor, 9 runs, 32 yards. 2nd and 9 from the Colts, 31. Minnesota leads 14-7 late in the third quarter. Flacco back to pass, throws right to Jonathan Taylor, caught it, stutter steps left, then back right, and he stopped at the 35 for a gain of 4. It'll be 3rd and 5 for the Indianapolis Colts.
Man, nice job by our underneath coverage getting depth on play action passes. And with the way this Colts offense has been going, Paul, this is how they're going to have to move the ball. 5 yards at a time, small chunks at a time. And we just have to be more diligent on defense than they are on offense. Another huge 3rd down right here.
Van Ginkel's out on the edge to the right of Flacco. 3rd pick 6 this year would be sweet. Colts 1 of 5 on 3rd down. 3rd and 5 from their own 35. Minute 23 and counting to go in the third quarter. Flacco takes the snap. Van Ginkel comes charging in. Flacco throws the other way. Caught cold-blooded. First down to Josh Downs at the 49. It's a 16-yard hit from the 39-year-old Flacco to Josh Downs.
And it's right over the top of Cam Bynum. And Cam Bynum, he can't go chasing the underneath route, the cheese route. You've got to stay back in your zone and not let them hit that dig behind them. It's just the same cover 2 that they've been hitting on us all season.
No huddle operation. Flacco back to pass. Quick hitter right. Caught Downs. He's speedy. Caught it at the 42. Outside the numbers. Gets to the 38. 12-yard connection. Back-to-back first downs for these Colts.
Yeah, Byron Murphy with a poor job of tackling there just completely overruns the play. So this is what I'm talking about defensively, Paul, is, hey, we got to maintain our intensity.
Trey Sermon to the left of Joe Flacco when he gets the call. Sermon tries to plow up the middle, but he's taken down by Harrison Phillips and Jerry Tillery, Ivan Pace Jr. and Quentin Nelson.
Yeah,
I think there's a flag back there by the 50, or either that or something yellow's on the field.
Yeah, I think it's just something yellow on the field. But
Pace and Nelson almost got into it.
Right, it's like, hey, Ivan, you got to be careful about who you try to upset out there.
2nd and 9 for the Colts, 14-7 Vikings, and that's the end of the third quarter. A quarter, Sam Darnold threw 2 touchdown passes, 1 to free 3 guy, the second to Jalen Naylor, who has 4 this season. Into the fourth quarter, Minnesota leads 14-7 from Minneapolis on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by Paul Laris.
Football fans, stop by Mystic Lake to see Vikings alum Ben Lieber interview special guests on select Mondays throughout the season. You must be at least 18 to attend. After the interview, participate in our Thurston 10 promotion to score a Vikings prize pack. Purchase a qualifying drink at participating bars and play a game to win Mystic Cash. You could instantly win up to $100 Mystic Cash just for playing. All participants are automatically entered into the monthly drawing to win prizes. More information at mysticlake.com.
Go ahead, eat the Land O'Lakes butter and cheese. Because when you spread that butter to every corner of your bread and sprinkle that cheese over everything, you're spreading goodness to our farmer owners and their communities. So don't hold back. Eat the cheese. Eat the butter. Savor every moment. Eat it like you own it. Because 1,000 of our farmer owners do. As a hometown Minnesota company, Land O'Lakes is a proud sponsor of the Vikings. Pick up your Land O'Lakes cheese at Hy-Vee.
For the Vikings, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen, that's who. Like saving live broadcasts from lag time, helping deliver the in-stadium experience for fans with millions more around the globe, and bringing all the benefits of the cloud to your network. So it's as secure as a defensive line and as legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at lumen.com. Services not available everywhere.
ready? I'm Jordan Addison, and this is the audio home of the Minnesota Vikings. KFAN. Back to Vikings football.
Scoreboard Central.
Brought to you by the Minnesota Lottery. You can play the new Viking Scratch game from the Minnesota Lottery for a chance to win up to $100,000 instantly next week. Vikes at Jags. Trevor Lawrence, 16 of 31 today, 169, threw a couple of interceptions. He also ran a couple of touchdowns, and Jags get a 35-yard fumble return for touchdown, but they lose to the Eagles 28-23. Back to you, PA.
All right, Muss. Thank you, everybody, for listening, not only to FM 100.3, KFAN, but throughout the Vikings Radio Network. Those of you listening on Sirius XM Radio across the Great Divide and all around the country, we welcome you to U.S. Bank Stadium, where the Vikings lead 14-7 into the fourth quarter. Colts ball, 2nd and 9 from the Vikings 37. Flacco play action, steps up and taken down by Harrison Phillips at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard rush for Joe Flacco. Flag on the play, by the way.
Yep.
So unofficially 3rd and 7.
Unless it's hands to the face, it's probably going to be a hold. Most of the time that penalty goes against the offense.
O'Connell 7 yards out on the field, lobbying.
Yeah, the Colts have the
Personal foul, illegal chop block, offense number 71 and number 28.
Oh, wow.
15-yard penalty, 2nd down.
Yeah, so the 71 is the rookie left tackle making his first NFL start. And he was part of that fracas with Jonathan Taylor.
It was on Van Ginkel, and that's just a rookie mistake right there. You can't, if someone is engaging a block up high, above the waist, you can't have a second blocker come in and take out his legs, and they both hit him at the exact same time.
Well, what do you mean you can't? We saw that all day in the 2009 NFC Championship game, and they never called it.
Yeah, that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, and it cost the anti-Vike a season of coaching and millions of dollars.
Here we
go. 14 and a half minutes to go in the game. That's a false start on the right tackle for the Indianapolis Colts. My man went pear-shaped on 2nd and 24.
We got to keep this crowd noise up.
Yeah.
False start.
72.
Offense, number 72.
What up?
5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
7th penalty for 50 yards, 5-0 against the team with the horseshoes on the helmet.
Yeah, they've definitely shot themselves in the foot in the red zone a number of times. Now, defensively, though, Paul, you can't just play this umbrella and give them back 20 yards a clip here.
Yeah.
So I hope the Vikings stay aggressive here.
The Colts need to get to the Vikings 30 for a first down, Flacco. 2nd and 29, back to pass, throws deep right to the sideline.
Incomplete.
And it's caught at the 35. No. It's a leaping grab by rookie.
No. The back judge is saying.
Really?
Whoa, they're arguing over it, but that's why they're hurrying up.
Adonai Mitchell, the Texas rookie, 2nd rounder.
Nope. We got that second foot down, but the knee might have been down first.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that counts, but that knee might have been down before that second foot came down.
Well, it was a 21-yard hit. No challenges. What?
It looks like a catch.
No challenges by anybody.
You can't give up those big. You just can't let that happen.
Here we go. 3rd and 8 from the Vikings 36. Flacco shotgun. 3 receivers left. 1 out to the right. Taylor to the right of Flacco. Vikings rush 4. Flacco throwing left. Intercepted. Byron Murphy Jr. And Flacco threw it right to him. That's an interception for the Minnesota Vikings, leading 14-7. And Pogo ball has been activated. Thanks to that Vikings interception, tomorrow you earn a buy one, get one free drink from Caribou Coffee. Visit Vikings.com/Caribou for more information.
Wow, just a horrible throw.
On the Sleep Number scoreboard, 14 and a half minutes to go in the game. 14-7, Vikings lead the Colts on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
For the Vikings, growth is a team effort. Coaches maximize performance. Teammates push your limits. But in business, who's there to help you grow? Lumen, that's who. Like saving live broadcasts from lag time, helping deliver the in-stadium experience for fans with millions more around the globe, and bringing all the benefits of the cloud to your network. So it's as secure as a defensive line and as legendary as the fans that cheer them on. Welcome to the on-demand network that meets your demands. Learn more at Lumen.com. Service is not available everywhere.
The Yaller horn has spoken. It's saying, when the Vikings score, Vikings fans win. This season, if the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns in a single game, you get a free Big Mac. That's right. When the Vikings score 2 or more touchdowns in a game, get a free Big Mac with a purchase of $2 or more. Only on the McDonald's app. Offer valid once per person the day after the Vikings score 2+ touchdowns through 1/31/2025 at participating McDonald's. Excludes tax. Must opt into rewards.
From the convenience stores in Cloquet to the supermarkets in St. Cloud, the Minnesota Lottery's Vikings scratch game is here. These are the concrete coliseums where we'll challenge chance and chase glory, where we'll gamely scratch and fearlessly scrape in pursuit of up to $100,000 in cash prizes. These are the stadiums where we come to play. Get in the game. Minnesota Lottery. I'm in. Must be 18 or older to play.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024, U.S. Bank.
Hey, it's Meat Sauce here. We will be on at 5:30 tomorrow morning to break this game down. Power Trip Morning Show returns tomorrow 5:30 to 9 right here on The Fan.
14-7 Vikings. Byron Murphy Jr. with his third pick this season, and here comes Minnesota. 1st and 10 from its own 23. Darnold out of the shotgun, fakes a handoff to Cam Akers, shoots one center of the field. He threw it right back to the Indianapolis Colts. Cross picked it off. 40, 35, 30 out of bounds at the 25. Sam Darnold threw it right to Nick Cross, and the Colts now have turned over the Vikings.
The other thing is, Jordan Addison streaking wide open across the middle of the field. But that's why you take the time of possession and do what you do, so you can run the football at 5 yards a clip, Paul. You just pound the football, make them stop you running it. Don't try. I mean, I understand you want to take a shot or do something big after a turnover, but, man, DeForest Buckner's not in. Grover Stewart's not in the game. Come on.
All right. So the Vikings are keeping the Colts in the game. 14-7 Minnesota. Here comes Joe Flacco, 1st and 10 from the Vikings 25. Flacco under center. Hands it to Jonathan Taylor. Tries the right side. Didn't like it, so he'll drag Vikings past the line of scrimmage. And he'll be stopped after a gain of 1. Ivan Pace Jr., one of a couple on the tackle, 2nd and 9.
Man, what a great job by Harrison Phillips, Paul. By just he knows when he's getting reached, and he has this ability to capture the gap, but not give too much horizontally. Just set the anchor, and that's why you're seeing Jonathan Taylor not taking it north and south quickly. He has to read the play for it to develop, and it's just buying time for everyone else to get there to make the tackle.
It's Darnold's first 2 interception game wearing the colors. Downs in motion to the left on 2nd and 9. Flacco goes that way, caught Downs at the 24, and he's hit hard by former Colt Stephon Gilmore. Gain of 1, 3rd and 8.
Well, if we can somehow hold the Colts to a field goal attempt here, I think it's still going to bode well for the Vikings. But like I said, man, you have the momentum, and at this stage of the game, when you finally have the lead, hand it off to Aaron Jones, man.
The Colts are 2 of 7 on 3rd down. 3rd and 8 from the Vikings 23. Minnesota leads 14-7, 12:55 and counting to go in the game. Vikings are 5 and 2. The Colts are 4 and 4. Play clock's down to 1. Flacco gets it off on a big 3rd down. Steps up, throws left, incomplete. At the 16-yard line to Michael Pittman Jr. Flacco had to throw across his body on that play, and Joe Flacco potentially is a Hall of Famer. I mean, he was Super Bowl 47 MVP when the Ravens beat the Niners, but he looked every bit his age on that play.
Yeah, he did. How about this, Paul? We've turned the ball over offensively 3 times, and this could be the first points given up by this defense tonight.
Right.
They have definitely rallied.
42-yard try left hash for Matt Gay. 0 of 1, he missed from 53. Luke Rhodes snaps. Sanchez holds. Snap spot. Gay with a bullet to the west side of U.S. Bank Stadium, and he splits the uprights, and the Vikings lead 14-10 with 12:41 to go in the game. That's on the Sleep Number scoreboard and the KFAN Minnesota Vikings radio network, driven by Polaris.
Eagan, Minnesota is the proud home of the Minnesota Vikings, and it's also the ultimate destination for fantastic fun. Eagan features over 100 unique restaurants and amazing attractions, such as Twin Cities Premium Outlets and the Vikings Museum. And when you stay in any of Eagan's 18 incredible hotels Thursday through Sunday and pick your package, you'll receive 2 free tickets to the Vikings Museum. Other great offers are also available. For complete details, visit enjoyegan.com. That's enjoyegan.com.
At Premier Bank, we get to know you personally, work to earn your trust, and partner with you to help you achieve your goals. Like our hometown hero, Vikings linebacker Andrew Van Ginkel, we aren't afraid to tackle your financial needs. Visit ePremierBank.com or stop by any of the Premier Bank Iowa locations in Rock Valley, Rock Rapids, and Dune, or the South Dakota locations in Alcester and Hudson for quality service you can count on. Visit ePremierBank.com today. Premier Bank, member FDIC.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with a new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
When football season kicks off, everything else takes a back seat to sports convenience. That's sports convenience. Running errands, not sports convenient. Cooking dinner, not sports convenient. But shopping online is now extra sports convenient thanks to Pays, a fast online checkout offered by banks and credit unions. With Pays, there's no typing in card numbers, no apps to download, and cards stay in one place so you don't have to leave the couch. In the name of sports convenience, try Pays today. Learn more at PAZE.com.
Viking safety Cam Bynum joins Dan Barrero tomorrow on KFAN, thanks to Federated Insurance. Now back to Vikings football on The Fan.
Hey, the Vikings lead the Indianapolis Colts 14-10, 12:41 to go in the game. And Lifetime, the athletic country club of the Minnesota Vikings, champions healthy, happy kids, and families. So learn more at lifetime.life/kids. And nothing beats a game-winning drive, and you'll find lots of those at your Twin Cities Hyundai dealers. Check out their all-pro lineup of cars and SUVs today. Boom! Touchback, Ben.
Yeah, I want to give a little bit of love to Stephon Gilmore. I was a little hard on him in the pregame, just saying, he didn't play his best game last Thursday night against the Rams. And I tell you what, he has looked like he's got a spark back. His foot quickness is there. His decisiveness, that last drive, which is a really important drive after the giveaway, he was right there on a tackle out on the flat, and then he was real tight and sticky on that third down incomplete pass. So he looks like he's back up to form.
Cam Akers in to the right of Darnold out of the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the Vikings 30. Handoff goes to Akers. It's a gun run as he bends it back to the right, and he's taken down by E.J. Speed after a gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
That's what I'm saying, Paul. If you can get 6 yards of crack on the ground, they're not going to stop you. Right? They're just not going to stop you. And that's been the Achilles heel of this Colts defense the whole season, is being able to stop the run. We have everything set up perfectly to get an explosive run.
2nd and 4 out of the shotgun. Another gun run. Cam Akers up the middle across the 40, 45. Hit at the 48. Cam Akers is taken down after a 13-yard gallop and a first down for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, how important is it to get Cam Akers back? I mean, 2 years ago, he was really getting into it, getting the season going when he, injured his Achilles tendon. Now we, through fate, have him back, and he's back in this offense, and man, he looks good at running back.
Akers and Jones have run for a combined 74 yards. Darnold, shotgun, 1st and 10 from the Colts 49. Brandon Powell in motion to the left. Addison and Jefferson to the right. And Darnold is going to go right back to Cam Akers to the left side, gouging this Colts run defense to the 45 outside the numbers 40, taken down at the 39. 11 yards for Cam Akers, 24 on his last 2 touches. First down for the Vikings from the Colts 39.
Hey, Paul, when's the last time you've seen us run the football 3 times in a row like this?
Right.
And again, this is what it's all about. We're almost at 31 minutes of time of possession.
Yep.
Right? You've kept their defense on the field this long for a reason. That run defense, those arm tackles are just not going to be there, so keep pressing that weakness.
Akers averaging 9 yards a run, 5 for 47. Darnold under center. He goes back to pass on first down, and he'll throw it at the feet of Cam Akers as he rolled out to the right, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Julian Blackman, who can be quite a menacing presence, messed that whole thing up, cutting off Akers, then feigning like he was going to come at Sam. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it was a blitz by the Colts, and Julian Blackman, like you said, Paul, he's you don't see guys blitzing off the edge. They're that athletic, so he was able to put pressure on the quarterback and then stop in his tracks, understanding that there was a screen coming in behind him, and Darnold did the smart thing and just threw it away.
2nd and 9, both Vikings touchdowns out to the right. Jalen Naylor and Jordan Addison out of the shotgun. Darnold shakes the shoulders like he wants to pass. He'll give it to Akers on a draw or a delay, no gain. He's hit at the line of scrimmage and taken down post haste. So now 3rd and 10 from the Colts 39. Minnesota leads 14-10, 10.5 minutes to go in the game.
Well, Paul, right now we're looking at a 55-yard type of an attempt, maybe 56.
About 56, 57.
And so the key here is don't go backwards.
Jefferson wide left. 3 receivers to the right. Hawkinson, Naylor, and Addison. On 3rd and 11, the Vikings are 5 of 10 on 3rd down. Colts blitz. Darnold sacked! Back at the 50-yard line, 4th sack this game for the Indianapolis Colts, and that one goes the way of Kwity Paye. 2.5 sacks this year for Kwity Paye in his 50th game. It's a 10-yard loss. Knocked him out of field goal range.
Throw the check down. Cam Akers is chipping on his way out. He's getting out there. He turns around. Just throw him the football.
Right.
Throw it at his feet. Right? Just don't hold on to the football. And we just said it. Don't go backwards.
Right.
And that's not necessarily on the play call either. That's a lack of execution by the offense.
Snap to Ryan Wright. End over end punt. Big punt, too. Downs, eyeballs it, brings it in at the 8, gets the sideline to the 15, angles to the left, taken down at the 21-yard line. And he was taken down by Brian Asamoah. 9:22 to go in the game. On the sleep number scoreboard, Minnesota 14, Joe Flacco and the Colts with the ball and 10 points. This is Minnesota Vikings football.
Finding the right home for a loved one with memory issues can be a daunting challenge. Even more difficult when you realize the facility you've picked isn't providing the care you hope for. You don't have to settle for less. Welshire Memory Care is the gold standard in memory care. Welshire features full-time nursing staff on site, 24 hours a day, with daily activities 7 days a week, featuring 35 activity team members and 2 licensed musical therapists. Your loved one can live with pride and dignity. See for yourself. Schedule a visit. WelshireMN.com. That's WelshireMN.com.
Miller Lite is brewed with great taste and only great taste.
The Miller Brewing Company would like to issue a correction. Miller Lite is brewed to be less filling. What are you doing here?
Miller Lite tastes great.
Look, I'm just reading the script. It says less filling.
That's not what my script says.
Well, mine says.
We'd like to apologize for the previous announcers. Miller Lite is in fact less filling and tastes great. Time to shine, legal guy.
Celebrate responsibly. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Beer, 96 calories and 3.2 grams carbs per 12 ounces. Fewer calories and carbs than premium regular beer.
With its smart, sustainable water solutions, Pentair helps the world move, improve, and enjoy water, life's most essential resource. From great-tasting water for homes and businesses, to energy-efficient pumping solutions and everywhere in between, Pentair is focused on driving innovation that helps people and the planet thrive. Visit Pentair.com to learn how. Pentair, the official sustainable water partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, wait, turn the game down. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I swear it's telling me to go buy Pepsi to get a $10 Fandango movie reward.
So we can see Gladiator 2 only in theaters November 22nd? Spooky, but also kind of a great idea.
Totally. And if we leave now, we'll be back before.
Live stream Vikings games throughout Minnesota all season long. Powered by Quantum Fiber on iHeartRadio and KFAN.
Yo, Vikings fans, get ready for kickoff with a pothole pizza only from Quick Trip. Grab a slice wherever you watch or listen to the game, and available now at US Bank Stadium. Ben Lieber, Pete Persich, Paul Allen, and Joe Flacco in the Indianapolis Colts trailing 14-10. They have it 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. 9:22 to go in the game. Welcome. Ashton Doolin in motion to the left. Flacco's going to swing it out to Jonathan Taylor, who could not bring it in. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10.
Just a ball thrown at the back of his hip. So it's supposed to be a quick throw and to get outside and nothing doing. So this Viking defense, Paul, has played unbelievably well tonight. They have answered the call. They've only given up 185 yards of offense, 3 points. And they're forced now to step up again and get the ball back in the hands of our offense.
Sam Darnold's first 2-interception day with the Minnesota Vikings has kept the Indianapolis Colts in the game. 2nd and 10 from their own 21, down 4. Flacco fires to the right side, and it's caught. 1st down. Alec Pierce, the speedy third-year receiver from Cincinnati, with a 16-yard gain, silences the crowd, moves the chains. It's 1st down from the Colts 37.
We have 3 Viking defenders right around him. Metellus, Gilmore, you've got Harrison Smith over the top. We just let that curl route go. Someone's got to contest that, or at least play the route, get themselves over there. It's just too easy. It's just throw and catch.
Joe Flacco, 14 of 23, 157, and a pick to Byron Murphy Jr. out of the shotgun. Gun run, Jonathan Taylor, nice jump cut left. He gets to the 38-39, grinds his way to the 40 for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 from the 40 for the Indianapolis Colts.
And not surprising, as our linebackers are playing. Ivan Pace is 5-6 yards off the ball. He and Grugier Hill. So they're playing to not let the play action pass or anything get behind them, but that's going to allow the Colts to run the football, I think, a little bit more efficiently.
Ashton Doolin wide left, Alec Pierce wide right. 2 tight ends, they're balanced on 2nd and 6 from the 40. End around to the speedy Doolin left to right. Turns it up outside the numbers across the 40. Hit at the 45 and stopped right there. It's a gain of 5 yards, making it 3rd and 1. They don't use this Doolin much. He blocked a punt. Ryan Wright had the only block punt of his career against the Colts in 2022. It went for a Colts touchdown. It was Doolin there. He's kind of a thorn in our sides.
Yeah, a little bit. They've been featuring him on the jet sweep tonight, that's for sure.
Colts 2 of 8 on 3rd down. This is 3rd and 1 from their own 45. Midway through the final stanza, 14-10 Vikings lead. Michael Pittman Jr. in motion to the left. Handoff, Jonathan Taylor slips a tackle at the line of scrimmage. Gets across the 50 and dives into Vikings territory to the 48. That's an 8-yard run. That's a 1st down by the Indianapolis Colts. Jerry Tillery had a chance to get him. So did Van Ginkel, but Taylor's good.
Yeah, Van Ginkel especially missing on this. But Tillery's got to understand, when he's free off the ball, you're not free in this league. They don't just turn you loose, right? And he had a guy pulling and just kicked him out. So you got to settle that thing down and take on the blocker better.
14-10 Vikes, 4th quarter. The Colts have yet to score an offensive touchdown. 1st down, handoff Jonathan Taylor up the middle. He has a bit of room, encountered at the 46 by Harrison Phillips. It'll be a run of 3, making it 2nd and 7.
Another great play by Harrison Phillips, a good arm tackle. And that's the thing you worry about, is guys get tired, and that defense has been out there. Jonathan Taylor, can start to break those. So this is the most we've given up on the ground in a number of series here, Paul. And I think a lot of it is schematically, where we're just trying to keep the ball in front of us a little bit.
Flacco, who's thrown for 156, yet to be sacked. 2nd and 7 from the Vikings 45. Taylor the single set. Flacco under center. Go and make that Trey Sermon. Room to the right side across the 45. Inside the numbers, hit at the 40 and stopped right there. It's It's a gain of 5 by the backup Trey Sermon. So with 5:55 and counting to go in the game, 3rd and 2 for Indy from the Pikes 40.
Yeah, you had a huge blitz there. Ivan Pace getting in the backfield, but then just got himself blocked out. So you gamble, you blitz the right side, right where the run is going, but you just don't quite get it done. Lack execution.
8th play of a possession that's gone 39 yards for Indy. 3 of 9 on 3rd down. It's 3rd and 2 from the Vikes 40. Michael Pittman Jr. in motion to the left. Flacco, play action, straight drop, throws right, knocked away. He's Harry the Hitman, who smacked Michael Pittman Jr. and jarred the ball away. So now it's 4th and 2 from the Vikings 40.
And you have to think the Colts are going to go for it in this situation. So as well as that went, that last play, you got to line up and do it again. Because this is the game right here, Paul. You go ahead and get the ball back. We've got it on our own. We'll have it on the 40-yard line. So
clock stop.
This is a huge, huge play. The clock is just starting, though. It kind of gave the Colts a little bit of a break on that one.
Yeah. All right, the Colts are 0 of 1 on 4th down. 4th and 2 from the Vikings 40. Joe Flacco out of the shotgun. Trey Sermon, not Jonathan Taylor to his left. Couple of receivers left, one right. Flacco on 4th down, fires over the middle, incomplete! It was knocked away! Ashton Doolin, the intended receiver, and the Vikings have turned over the Colts on downs and have done so with a 14-10 lead. 5:20 to go in the game from US Bank Stadium on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Paul Laris.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with the new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
You're listening to Vikings football.
Hello, Vikings fans. Frankie Lensmeyer here, and owner of the Humble Goat. The secret is out, and I'm delighted to present our newest product, the Humble Goat Whey Protein Powder. Yes, you heard correctly, goat whey protein. Why goat? Because it's packed with 25 grams of protein per serving. It's easy to digest, helps with muscle growth repair, and it tastes great. Now available online at thehumblegoat.com. For recipes, check us out on social media. Use SKOL24 for 20% off your first purchase. Go Vikes!
Discover the ultimate destination to live, work, and play at Viking Lakes. From top-tier office spaces in the Minnesota Vikings World Headquarters to exciting live entertainment and luxury apartment living, Viking Lakes has it all. Discover Viking Lakes residences with spacious apartments, best-in-class finishes, and unparalleled amenities. Our community sets the standard for suburban luxury. Are you planning a company holiday party or a fall picnic? Our venue is perfect for any event. For additional information, please visit explorevikinglakes.com. Experience suburban luxury like never before.
Martin Marietta, an American-based company, is a leading producer of heavy building materials and the top supplier of asphalt to the Twin Cities. Guided by values like safety, integrity, and stewardship, Martin Marietta strives to provide the materials on which our communities grow. Visit martinmarietta.com to learn more. Interested in a career with a rock-solid team offering competitive pay and benefits? Visit careersthatcrush.com to apply today. Skol, Vikings!
I'm Hitman, and this is the audio home of the Minnesota Vikings. KFAN. Back to Vikings football.
Welcome back to Sunday Night Football. Vikings 14, Colts 10. It was a huge, maybe the biggest play of the game. 4th and 2 for the Colts. They go for it, and it was Stephon Gilmore and Harrison Smith on the pass breakup. And guys, let's reiterate it again. Stephon Gilmore was huge on that particular play. Harrison was awesome with 2 pass breakups on that series. This secondary is flying around.
Gilmore, a former Colt, all over his former team. First down for the Vikings. Darnold hands it off to Aaron Jones, left side, hit at the point of attack, and he'll get outside the number 40 and fall ahead for a gain of 1. That'll make it 2nd and 9 from the Colts 41. Minnesota leads 14-10. Colts have 3 timeouts remaining. The Vikings have 2.
And with how well the defense has played tonight, Paul, you can play the field position game here Meaning, even if you don't move the chains, we just don't want to go backwards. Make the Colts offense go the long field. I think we'll be all right.
On 2nd and 9, Aaron Jones right in front of Sam Darnold, just to the left of Garrett Bradbury. Sam goes back to pass. He's going to whip it out right. Caught Addison at the Colts 45. Turns it up to the 40. Stopped at the 37. First down for the Minnesota Vikings. 21 for Jordan Addison.
And smart play by Addison, Paul, to stay in bounds. You get the high-low. Justin Jefferson tripped and fell down. That's why I was a little bit worried once that ball left Darnold's hands, because I thought it was going to JJ. But Addison doing a nice curl route, flattens it out to stay in between the corner and the safety, and then stays in bounds to keep that clock running. So great job by Jordan Addison.
Grant Stewart returns to the game, which means the Colts are in their 4-3 base. In fact, they have 9 players in the metaphorical box on first down. From the Colts 38, Vikings will run into it. Aaron Jones trying to run through it. 35, stiff arm at the 30, out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Now Jordan Addison, Aaron Jones, and I believe Jalen Jones. Those 3 are nearly getting into it.
Yeah, Cam Robinson running over there. How about that? How about Cam Robinson being here for like a day and a half?
That's what Nacho said.
Right, and he's out there leading this thing. He's chasing down Aaron Jones. He's protecting his guy. I love that part about him, because Cam, that's a little something that nastiness. I think this offensive line is missing it a little bit at times. And like right now in this game, these offensive linemen should be saying, no, coach, keep the ball on the ground. We got this up front.
3:49 to go in the game. First down for the Vikings with a 4-point lead from the Colts 28. Darnold under center. Right back to Aaron Jones. Jump cut right to the 25. He's feeling it right now. Tackled by Grant Stewart at the 21. Effortless run of 7 by Aaron Jones. It'll be 2nd and 3. Clock runs.
That's exactly right. And the Colts are going to have to start thinking about when they're going to start banging these timeouts. Because we're at 3.5 minutes and counting right now. So there's nothing right now that indicates this Colts defense is going to be able to stuff the run. They might get lucky on a blitz. They might get lucky some way, somehow. But this Viking offense, keep handing it off and keep that clock moving, baby.
18 runs, 57 yards for Aaron Jones. Jordan Addison in motion to the left. Darnold from under center. Back to Jones. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. But he's going to weave his way right across the 20. Barely missed the first down with a gain of 2.
First charge, timeout. Indianapolis, 30 seconds.
They have 2 left. It is 3rd and very short. 3rd and about 2.5 feet. From the Colts 18, 3 minutes to go in the game. Vikes lead 14-10.
And that gives them the opportunity to get Grover Stewart back in there. Now, in these situations thus far today, we've just done the quarterback sneak, and it's worked actually pretty well. So, again, what the offense decides to do here, man, this is where all that time of possession and everything, Paul, pays off right here. When your offensive line has been after their defense, gotten after their defense, wearing them down, you should be able to pick up 18 inches here and move the chains.
Darnold has thrown 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. 3rd and very short from the Colts 18. Offset eye left behind Darnold, who's under center. Couple of tight ends to the left of Cam Robinson. Jones, jump cut left. First down! Plows his way to the 15. Plows his way to the 13. It's a 5-yard run by Aaron Jones.
Second charge, timeout, Indianapolis, 30 seconds.
2:53 to go in the game, Mr. Analyst. First down for the Vikings from the Colts 13.
Now, I hate to say it, but this might be the time when you consider running a play fake, because you're deep enough. You're on right now, you're on the 12, 13-yard line. If it doesn't go right, you can just throw it out of the back of the end zone.
Well, if we're going to get a play fake, then we need to pause for station identification so everybody can gather themselves. This is Minnesota Vikings football.
The radio home for the Gophers, Wild, and Vikings. Minnesota sports station is FM 100.3, KFXN Minneapolis, St. Paul. The Fan.
All right, quick pause. 14-10 Vikings, 4th quarter, KFAM, Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Flores.
For Minnesotans, the outdoors is home. Nobody gives you more ways to get there than Polaris. From Indian motorcycles and Ranger side-by-sides to Indy snowmobiles and Bennington pontoons, we bring Minnesota's best to every season. Our wooded trails, twisted highways, and the rugged shores of all 10,000 lakes are an invitation. A chance to let what's outside challenge what's inside you. Polaris. Think outside. A proud partner of your Minnesota Vikings.
From coin flip to final whistle, show your diehard passion for your Minnesota Vikings all season with your favorite purple and gold gear from Shields. Bring your best this year, whether you're cheering from US Bank Stadium or from your living room with your favorite jerseys, hats, collectibles, and Vikings branded gear from the Shields Fan Shop. Visit us at your local Shields or Shields.com and let's cheer on the Vikings. Shields, proud partner of the Minnesota Vikings and football fans everywhere.
You know, it's crazy what you can pick up when no one's calling. The inviting sway of switchgrass prairie. Boots crunching dirt on a Black Hills climb. A wide open mind riding down the open road. And the silence of a darn good sunset from east to west. So go ahead and unplug. There's so much South Dakota, so little time.
Football fans, meet Pays, an online checkout offered by banks and credit unions. With Pays, checking out is fast and convenient because eligible cards appear in one place, ready to use when you order your game day food delivery, your team's latest jersey, or flights to away games. You can beef up your defense at online checkout too. Using Pays gives you added security too because actual card numbers aren't shared with merchants. Find out if your bank or credit union offers Pays today at PAZE.com.
Listen to the Common Man program along with Tanner B and Mark Rosen, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, right here on FM 100.3 KFAN. We call ourselves The Fan.
Sam, the man on the fan. 1st and 10 from the Colts 13, leading 14-10 deep in the game. Darnold, Jones, left side, eludes E.J. Speed at the line of scrimmage, but was thrust backwards for a loss of 1. So that'll make it 2nd and 11 from the Colts 14. Indy has 1 timeout remaining and the 2-minute warning. 27 seconds on the play clock, 2:34 on the game clock.
Yeah, we're going to have to snap the ball one more time before the 2-minute warning, but still, we're, like you said, Paul, we're absolutely in field goal range here. You know, do you want to risk it and go for the throat and do a play action and try to hit him? We'll see. 2nd and 11 from the Colts 14. Jones, the single set. Addison in motion to the right. Play action from under center. Darnold to the end zone. Touchdown! Josh Oliver with a touchdown to stretch the lead to 2010. And Paul, I loved how they set that thing up. They hustled to the line of scrimmage in the exact time of a game when you shouldn't be. You want to be wearing the clock out, and they did it. It was a safe bootleg. You had no pressure at all on the quarterback. If it wasn't there, you could have thrown it away, and Josh Oliver, Paul, really had to make a nice adjustment. What a game by Oliver as a receiver. His best one of the year. He's saying, Hockenson who?
Reichert, snap spot. Yes. 21-10 Vikings. For Josh Oliver, off what the analyst just said, for Josh, that is his 5th reception, which is a career high. And he has 3 touchdowns this season, which also is a career high for a season. Josh Oliver, who knew?
Well, exactly. It's like you said, you put me on the pay no mind list and don't want to cover me, I'm going to make you pay. So, you know, it's a good set of game planning. And Paul, it just, don't overlook on this touchdown drive the ability of this offense to run the football, right? And you set that thing up beautifully with time of possession. You're able to withstand a score by the Colts defense. Now, don't overlook how well the Vikings defense has played today, giving up only 3 points with 2:05 left to go in this game.
Yes, sir.
Right? They got their swagger back. We're seeing all the defensive backs. We're seeing Stephon Gilmore play better. Harrison Smith getting in on some play. Camp Bynum getting a tip. So they look just fresher on their feet. And what a difference that has made. I know that they love being at home, but this defense came to play tonight.
21-10 Minnesota. Darnold with 3 touchdown passes, 1 to Josh Oliver, another to Jalen Naylor. The first to Jordan Addison. 5 plays, make that 8 plays, 60 yards, 3 minutes, 15 seconds. And Minnesota leads 21-10, and boom! Reichard's kick, end over end, and returnable, but the return possibility nullified by Tyler Goodson, their third running back, goes to a knee. And Joe Flacco heads out to the field, now trailing by multiple scores. Joe, 14 of 25, 156, an interception to Byron Murphy Jr. Flacco is yet to be sacked. Jonathan Taylor, 13 runs, 48 yards. The Colts came into the game having run for 318 yards their last 2 games, and they're not even close to cracking 100 at this stage. 2:05 to go in the game. Colts with just 1 timeout remaining. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Flacco facing a 4-man rush. Joe hit and sacked. Down goes Flacco. And it's Jonathan Grenard with his 6th sack this season. And that gets us to the 2-minute warning. The Vikings lead 21-10, and it's become a joyous Sunday night in Minneapolis on the KFAN Minnesota Vikings Radio Network, driven by Polaris.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill, because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Why do 90% of Vikings players have a Sleep Number smart bed? Because they need a bed that adjusts to their individual shape, position, and temperature preferences to help boost recovery time. Sleep Number does that. Game-changing sleep is life-changing. And now, during our Veterans Day sale, save 40% on the Sleep Number Special Edition smart bed, exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, the official sleep and wellness partner of the Minnesota Vikings.
No matter who you are or what you do, there's a Ford vehicle that can help you own the day. Make life on the go a walk in the park with the new Ford Explorer. Become the MVP of the work site with the unrivaled performance of a new built Ford Tough F-Series truck, the best-selling trucks in America. Or discover what it really means to adventure in the great outdoors with a new Bronco Sport. Whether it's for work or play, there's a Ford with a great deal waiting at your local Northland Ford dealers. Don't wait. Get behind the wheel of a new Ford today. Based on calendar year total sales.
Go ahead, eat the Land O'Lakes butter and cheese. Because when you spread that butter to every corner of your bread and sprinkle that cheese over everything, you're spreading goodness to our farmer owners and their communities. So don't hold back. Eat the cheese. Eat the butter. Savor every moment. Eat it like you own it. Because 1,000 of our farmer owners do. As a hometown Minnesota company, Land O'Lakes is a proud sponsor of the Vikings. Pick up your Land O'Lakes cheese at Hy-Vee.
I'm Sam Darnold, and this is the audio home of the Minnesota Vikings. KFAN. Back to Vikings football.
21-10, the Minnesota Vikings lead the Indianapolis Colts. 2 minutes to go in the game. Colts have 1 timeout remaining. Jonathan Grenard leads the Minnesota Vikings in sacks. He has 6. Pat Jones the second, he has 5. Been stuck on that number 5 for a little bit. Van Ginkel also has 5. And Joe Flacco goes out of the shotgun. 2nd and 18 from his own 22. Josh Downs in motion to the right. 2 receivers left and right. Flacco takes the Kelly snap, 4-man rush. On 2nd and long, Joe steps up, and Joe is sacked again. Sacked by several Vikings. Jihad Ward may have just come up with his first sack for the Minnesota Vikings.
Indianapolis, 30 seconds.
So the Vikings had 0 sacks for basically the entire game.
Set the game clock to 1 minute and 54 seconds. 1:54 on the game clock, please.
And now they have 2 on back-to-back plays, 3rd and 23.
And Paul, just it's the little things that have made such a difference. And it's been the rookie Gonzalez that's given up 2 sacks in a row. Because Jihad Ward looped his way out there. They chipped Jonathan Grenard, so he loops underneath, and Jihad Ward keeps working his way out to the tackle. So one way or another, they're getting to the weak link at left tackle.
Who wants the next one? Let's hit the trifecta. Sacks on back-to-back-to-back plays. Flacco back to pass, steps away, and he'll throw it to Trey Sermon left side to the 20. Trey dives ahead to the 27 like he hoisted the white flag. So that's going to be a catch and run of 9. It's 4th and 13 for the Colts. They have no timeouts remaining. The Vikings lead 21-10. The Colts are 0 of 2 on 4th down, and this is 4th and 13 from their own 27. Two receivers left and right. Van Ginkel threatening to blitz. Now he backs off. Flacco throws over the middle. Caught Josh Downs. First down at the 41. That's a cold-blooded play by the Indianapolis Colts right there.
We sent everybody in that one. We had a free rusher to the quarterback. We just need to get a little bit tighter coverage on the back end. And, man, we had a free runner right to the quarterback on that play.
That's a 14-yard hit. Keeps hope alive for the Colts. Flacco takes a low snap. 4-man rush. Joe. Sacked! Back at the 33-yard line. Sacked by Jonathan Grenard.
That's why you paid that man. He has been, by far, the most consistent pass rusher the Vikings have. And once again, it's the rookie, Matt Gonzalez, that gives up the sack.
So Flacco and the Colts tried to quick snap the Vikings, and Flacco threw it to Alec Pierce.
12 men on the field, defense.
What?
5-yard penalty. Second down.
We had too many men out there.
No!
Come on, not with an 11-point lead.
We had some shoe terrorism going on there with Pat Jones, and I mean, who knows what was going on. Grenard checks himself out. Hey, this is where you make this. Hey, it doesn't matter when you get the sacks; they all count. So Grenard, I'm surprised, is taking himself out right now because, I mean, he is just murdering
Grenard,
this offensive line.
A lifetime Texan until this year, quite familiar with these Colts. Flacco facing a 4-man rush, steps up. Joe, wobbly pass, interceptable. Yes, picked off. Flag on the play. Cam Bynum slides down at the 40-yard line.
We're going to get a holding on Stephon Gilmore.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, and he didn't need to do that either.
It's not a spot foul, though, right?
Now, it's pass interference, it is. Depends on how they call it.
Pass interference.
Oh, you said holding.
Defense number 2. The ball be placed that spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Coach, you said holding.
Well, whatever. There was some kind of flag. It was some manner of a first down.
All right.
But it was Andrew Van Ginkel that got a hand up, so Flacco couldn't follow through. So that, again, it's the improvement from Stephon Gilmore tonight has been fantastic, and he didn't have to do what he just did. So we've given the Colts this opportunity. They're going to try a field goal right now.
Yep.
And then go to the onside kick.
Matt Gay, 13 of 16 on field goals.
Let's just miss this one and be done with it. What do you think?
And he is 0 of 1 today. They're going to make it a 54-yard try left hash. Like we said earlier, Matt Gay has been poor all of his career at 50-plus.
I think Steichen thought that it was going to be closer and be under 50. And I don't know if he'd have pulled the trigger on this field goal attempt this soon.
Gay kicking to the west side of U.S. Bank Stadium, trailing by 11. Snap spot. Matt Gay with a ton of leg, and that one is good. Matt Gay good from 54 yards. Makes it 21-13 Minnesota. 28 seconds to go in the game. And here comes an onside kick by the Indianapolis Colts.
The Colts out of timeouts. So they still have their work cut out for them, even if things go their way. So, just too bad on that Stephon Gilmore.
Indianapolis has declared an onside kick. We'll line up in our traditional onside kick formation.
And I'll tell you what, it's the way they've changed special teams, Paul, is just remarkable. Right now, you're declaring an onside kick.
Right.
I mean, it's like as the hands team gets out there and.
You still have 5 to the left of Rigoberto Sanchez. Their punter does the onside kicking. So I mean that rule went into play several years ago, making onside kicks markedly more difficult to get. 5 to the left of Sanchez, 5 to the right. Up front for the Vikings, Trent Sherfield Sr., Cam Bynum, Andrew Van Ginkel, Josh Oliver, along with Camu Rouge Hill, C.J. Ham, and Johnny Munt. 28 seconds to go in the game. Colts have no timeouts. Minnesota leads 21-13. An onside kick retrieval here sends the Minnesota Vikings to Jacksonville, a 6-2 operation. Sanchez facing his bench, and Kevin O'Connell will take...
Second charge, timeout, Minnesota, 30 seconds.
O'Connell, along with Matt Daniels, the special teams coordinator, and Dalman Gibson, his assistant, they took a peek at everything, took a timeout.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be too creative. They may be thinking about the personnel that they have out there or moving guys around. But you have Justin Jefferson out there and all the good hands teams, we used to call it back in the day. So, keep in mind that the Colts still need to score 8 points to tie this thing up.
Right.
So, just execute on this and the game's over, Paul.
Same personnel for the Vikings. TJ Hawkinson to the left of Sanchez, right in front of the Vikings bench, behind Van Ginkel and Josh Oliver. Justin Jefferson right in front of the Colts bench, behind Johnny Munt and C.J. Ham. Roberto Sanchez, their punter, to attempt the onside kick, trailing by 8 with 28 seconds to go. Sanchez takes 3 steps back to his left. Now 2 steps forward as he lines up with the 35. Onside kick with a very high bounce. And up to bring it in is...
It's JJ.
Justin Jefferson. He's JJ. And the Minnesota Vikings will improve to 6-2.
That is one of the better onside kick attempts I've seen. So for the Colts, they definitely got it figured out. It was the kick into the ground, and that ball probably went 40 feet in the air. But it was Justin Jefferson who comes up with it. So great execution by the Vikings in that respect. So special teams, man, great job.
Stick around right after the game. Ben Lieber has an interview with Byron Murphy Jr. coming up as Sam Darnold executes victory formation for the first time in several games. It was a slump-busting Sunday at U.S. Bank Stadium. The Minnesota Vikings stopped their 2-game losing streak and improved to 6-2 by beating the Indianapolis Colts 21-13. David Koob is our statistician, and Koob's key to the game. It's Josh Oliver. 5 catches, career high on 5 targets. He had 58 yards. He had a 14-yard touchdown reception from Sam Darnold to seal the game for the Minnesota Vikings. Honorable mention, by the way, goes to Justin Jefferson. 7 catches, 147 yards with a long of 41. When we go to Jacksonville, Justin Jefferson is 1 yard shy of Adam Thielen for 4th all-time with receiving yards in the history of Minnesota Vikings football. And it was JJ who sealed the deal by recovering the onside kick attempt by Indianapolis. And the final score, Minnesota 21, Indianapolis 13. Your final thoughts there, Mr. Analyst?
I thought the defense just totally answered the call tonight. They stepped up despite being down 7-0, with the turnovers on the offense. The offense is going to have nights like this, right? And where they're, Darnold throwing, was it 3 interceptions that he had total for the entire day?
2.
The 2, and then the fumble for the touchdown. And